Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hold on. It hasn't captured it. There it is. It somehow uncaptured that I was Alan Wake. Like I had tested it earlier.
Oh no, what was it?
It was just doing the looking for game screen thing. Hi, everybody.
Hello, chat. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Today's like the first day I woke up and like had energy. I think because there was actual sun that to wake me up.
Oh my god, yeah, there kind of was, wasn't there?
Right? Yeah. So I was like, oh, I got energy. So one of the first things I did today was I noticed that my in-wall heater is making weird noises and kind of putting out a burnt dust spell. So I just took it apart and cleaned it and set off the circuit breakers so that I could touch it without dying.
Oh, that's great. What a good idea.
Yeah. It was a really good time. And then I guess I didn't really do anything else today, but I don't know. I accomplished one thing. That's not true. I went shopping, but I accomplished one big thing, and that's what I was excited about.
You know what? I think it's always really nice to have a day where you're like doing tasks, especially tasks that you rarely get a chance to do. Those sort of like household chore type things.
Yeah, no, it's
that you put off for forever.
Yeah, and honestly, it's been so easy to just like put things off forever.
Yeah. Right, it's not like you have a lot of pressure to do anything. Ever. At any point, in any sort of timely manner. Or place or circumstance, yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if I dropped a fork or if I just didn't bring a fork down with me for food.
That's
Guess
a
I'll go
dangerous
grab that
question.
later.
Oh god. Really not need a timer.
That's fine. I have non-fork needed food as well with me.
I'm finishing making focaccia.
Ooh, what's that?
God. Focaccia?
Yeah.
Like it's the bread of Italian longshoremen.
Oh, I think I have to
Basically,
redo the bird battle again.
Oh my god.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh wait, where did I feel like I left early? Did I miss anything? Or like
Did you miss me do
previously?
the bird battle? Oh my
think I
god,
might
Pasta
have.
Mom, I can't wait for that second shirt.
I think I might have.
Addie Elman's my favorite Slenderman story has gotta be
Oh no.
so I did actually go and see the Slenderman movie that came out in 2019 that they didn't distribute in the town where the children got murdered because
Oh my god.
because the children got murdered there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh, was it because the children got murdered?
Yeah, oddly enough, no, it just didn't test well there. But the main thing about it that was like interesting was that it used the original Something Awful like forum thread photos. Like it just put them in the movie and in the lore of the film. Those aren't from Something Awful. Those are like real photos.
Oh my god, that's really funny.
But like they licensed them, and if I remember, they even credit the guy who made them in the original thread, like in that movie.
Did Slenderman come from Something Awful? Huh.
Oh, did you not know Slenderman is the Something Awful thing?
Well, I mean, I guess I had seen it on the internet,
Yeah.
you know, but I didn't realize that was the specific origin point for it.
Yeah. The original Photoshops. I don't remember the username offhand. It's some fucking nerd. Who cares? I don't. I'm sure if you look it up though, you could probably see if they included his actual username or the person's real name.
Oh my god, that would be great.
Ah.
His username.
God, I mean, I did. Me and Baru did watch a horror film that ended with a special thanks to the 9gag community.
What?
I'm dead serious. Anything for Jackson. It turned out that the guy who made it is like a 9gag Ganeer. 9gagger? 9gag guy.
Give me.
He 9gags. He nines and he gags. Hold on, I'm seeing if the audio's a little low.
A 9 gagster?
A nine gagsmith? A fellow 9gagineer?
Primera.
Yeah.
Gaganeer. That's fucking crazy.
But yeah, and I looked it up to be like, is that real? I was like, why is that there? And I looked it up and I found his 9gag account because he from his 9gag account was like, hey 9gag, I put a shout out to you in the movie I wrote. And I was like, now I have your 9gag account. Guy with a job in Hollywood.
Guy with a job in Hollywood couldn't have done it without 9gag.
Yeah, couldn't have done it without 9gag.
All 9 of those guys.
Oh, fuck.
The 9 gags of highly effective people.
Not for nothing, Tumblr, 4chan, Reddit, none of them have produced a filmmaker. So not for nothing, 9gag kind of winning it. Funny Junk?
Yeah.
Funny Junk has produced multiple terrorist plots. But no filmmakers.
9gag influencer.
9gag influencer. What? Barry, open the door. Larger Birdie, I didn't know it still existed either. I thought it had gone like under. Like I assumed it was just gone.
Because it's just like, it is just a reproducer of content, and that's what every website does now.
Yeah, no, it's just another iJunk or iFunny or Funny Guy or Funny Junk. Any of those sites where like 90% of the content is just them reposting cropped memes from elsewhere.
Hey, Al.
Funny or junk in the title.
I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
Oh, thank you, Barry. Would you say the combat and control is slightly better or marginally better than this? Marginally better. The combat and control is really good.
Paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared.
Somebody else had a comment about that. Oh, somebody else mentioned the movie that was based on the actual case of the girl whose friends tried to murder her because of Slender Man. That movie fucking sucks. That is one of the most exploitative films. Like emotionally, like exploitative in like not a fun way exploitative.
Always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that they did make that movie.
Now it was happening for real, and I couldn't
put
a
that sounds
single
like it could be
word
very,
on
very gross.
Hold on, I'm gonna try to shrink this a little bit because I noticed your head's blocking a bit of the captions. There we go. Okay. The game doesn't have an air dash, so its combat is automatically not as good. I really wish, I desperately want to see Alan Wake do an air dash.
Rose?
Oh my god.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get
Wait, level
them?
up, my dudes. Are you
I live
talking
in a
about?
trailer park
There's the
outside
one where it's like the
We'll be there in
suzerain,
less than an hour.
and it's explicitly
See you soon.
just about the kids. There's no like Slender Man
Have a
that's
great
real or
day.
anything. It's just
Hope you
about the
come back
kids
soon.
and their
Welcome
family.
to the
And the whole
island.
exploitative gaze about it is that it's like, oh, her dad has schizophrenia, so they don't just assume that their child is mentally ill and therefore too dangerous to be around good children. Is like essentially what the theme of the film is.
Ugh. That's like, that did not happen very long ago. It feels a little
Yeah.
wild to me to do
It's-
that
it's-
quickly.
It really sucks too because like the child actors they get for it are really good. Like the girl in it who plays the girl in it who plays the girl who's like who in real life I think had either schizophrenia or like severe bipolar disorder. Does like a really good job of playing like a like young 14-year-old kind of like beginning to develop psychotic syndromes and not really being aware of that as a thing. Like she does a great performance. It's just that the film is like horribly
Yeah,
exploitative of the subject matter. Avalon Trigger does that at the end of each episode. And then we get a little musical interlude. This is why the game got pulled off Steam for a bit, because they didn't relicense the music.
Did they get the license back eventually? Or-
Yeah. This is all the same music. They're able to relicense it. Or at least so far in the game, my experience, like playing it, it's been all the same music I recognize.
It's really sad that the nature of perpetual software means stuff like that happening.
And it's such a thing that's like so very clearly was just like, I always call it the Mystery Science Theater problem because it's that thing where it's like you have to like things that were licensed in a specific way which could under no circumstances possibly predict changes in distribution or form, and thus like would have no reason to like have the licensing be something that wouldn't render it unreleasable or like maintained in some way. because like if Alan Wake, like because it was originally licensed as just a console game, it's like it's not like they ever expected that like, oh, in 10 years or whatever, 5 years or whatever, when this like licenses expire, we're gonna still be producing and releasing this game. But because they didn't, you know, expect like a digital distribution model.
That's kind of like the flux forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just very strange because like, well, maybe this does happen for movies, but are there movies where it's like, oh, there's a new release of it and now they can't do it because they like lost rights to the song?
So I
Why
think
does it
my favorite example of it is stuff like having watched Queer as Folk like downloaded. I like it has like Darude Sandstorm in it. Like it has really cheesy late
Previously on
90s
Alan
rave.
Wake,
And then you
Alice
watch
kidnapped.
Alan, please
the
don't
Netflix
leave.
like release that came out at the time, and it's all
I can't
replaced
tell
with
anyone
just
except my
like
Agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry. Don't tell her.
it's
You're
all
my best
replaced with
friend.
just like fake rave music, like just like jury rigged
Oh
like
shit!
like
so it
it's
does happen.
what.
So it does happen.
Yeah, it does happen with TV shows as well, because it's like the distribution model for the show was different than the distribution model that Netflix has. So licensing the music has to be completely redone. No, it just does that when I clicked out of it. I clicked out of it to turn AV up a little
Coming
bit.
true before my eyes.
People are saying you were a little quiet.
So it was on that page.
That does
I
make,
have found
like,
only a few scattered pages.
want the entire manuscript.
Deadline.
interesting. Yeah, I remember this with like the Eva re-releases. Like they get the licenses for Fly Me to the Moon or whatever.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
Yeah. Oh, JJ
I don't
Signal's
know.
bringing up like
She's
Daria had
resourceful.
the same thing
I
happen.
told you were too hard on her.
God,
Listen,
I'm trying to
I
remember.
found
I know
out
it's like it was like
all
a
sorts of
really
interesting
common
stuff while I
thing
was
in like
digging
a very
around.
specific era of
Yeah.
Netflix.
Mr.
And I think that's part of the reason why they
We
started
have an
just
FBI
licensing
agent
and
here,
making their own
Agent
shows
Nightingale.
was
FBI.
because they didn't want to try to figure out
Anxious to see you. You better come
how to
and see
actually
you.
license
Okay,
TV
I'll
shows
be
that
right
would
over,
like
Sheriff.
need like any kind of special licensing.
Let's make this quick, huh?
Eddie
you
Ullman,
folks?
Queer as Folk
Name's
is
Randolph.
is literally
I'm the
just a
manager.
gay soap opera.
We're looking for Rose.
It
Works
is
as a waitress
exactly
down at
as
the diner?
trashy
Rose,
and
sure.
like
Nice girl.
garbagey
Who
as
wants
you
to
would
know?
imagine from
I'm
that, which
Alan
is
Wake.
why I love it.
The writer,
but it
huh?
is a
I
very
heard on the
messy
radio
show.
you were visiting.
But Emmett
Well,
Honeycutt is one
I'll
of the
show you
best
her trailer.
television, like gay
That
television
Rose,
characters.
She's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake. Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer.
I love you
but I ran
listening
a
while
bunch of
just
searches,
jogging around this
couldn't find a
car.
single
Yeah,
thing he wrote.
I love this guy
Zane was
having
heavily
to
into
stop
diving,
every time
so
I decide
much
to go
so
explore
that
a
the place
level.
came to be called Tiger's Island. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Like, no, it just doesn't question it. It's just like, I see you're doing that. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna do something real quick. Allow. Manage moderation settings. Oh, fuck. Okay. Save. Okay. Chat, I should have just fixed the weird auto mod thing because I had to do this in James's chat as well. Okay, how do I go back to the actual chat now? Oh no. Okay, that'll have to work for now. Billy's everyone's just making fun of this dude's name.
Come on, mister. I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
Okay. But hold on, I gotta look around for coffee thermoses. And milkshakes clean?
Just follow me. It's not far.
The fucking echo on that, Jesus.
Listen, I got things to do. This place don't run itself.
Oh, you hit a checkpoint.
Damn, I'm actually loving this environment.
Yeah, no, it's
This looks cool. It's like very well done.
it definitely is another game that I think takes a lot from like Twin Peaks, because like this area especially reminds me of the trailer park that they go to in Firewalk.
Yeah.
And it even kind of
Yeah,
fits a similar like vibe
Oh,
too.
give me a break, mister. Can we just get a move on?
I remember there is some part in the TV show where they go to like some kind of trailer park like place. I think Film Canyon season 2.
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
Is there? Am I going insane, or is there like a weird echo on him? User Witcher senses. Ooh, what do we got? What do we got at the? We got rabbit food, salad with chicken.
Oh my god, I love reading posters in video games. I would love an account that just... Oh, you just have an avatar that's Minmo. And it's just posters in video games.
Yeah! Oh my god,
And it
posters
just
in
posts
games.
that. Yeah.
I really want the Cauldron Lake deep fry plate, but we also have the Sparkling River special and Asgardian chicken parmesan. This guy's pissed. This guy is not happy about me fucking around all this time. I forgot the shut-in lived next to Laura. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Better. A local
There's also
girl,
them. I was
Barbara
also thinking
Jagger,
about the,
drowned
oh,
in Cauldron
God.
Lake just
The-
a week earlier.
The person,
were
like
lovers.
the waitress
Sure,
that they go
Jagger's
whose
a
trailer
local
park they
spook
go
store.
to in the movie.
The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What,
She's
the
more
lamp
of
lady?
a lamp
She
lady.
can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
She's a little bit more of a lamp lady. She is, I will remind you all that she is legally distinct from
Yeah.
the Lost Lady.
Please do not say any three-letter words that end in G, as our lawyers have told us that this may be bringing us, leave us open to legal action. She is the lamp lady, 4 letters, solid noise, not an noise.
They might start with the same letter, which makes it real confusing.
I also like how anytime this guy says anything, Wheeler's just like, yeah, okay, anyway, Al.
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer.
I got my Steely
You
Reserve
mind me
on
asking what you
deck.
want with her?
We're just here
Wow,
to
I love
talk to
this
her,
guy's
pal.
gait.
Yeah. It's such a like cute little just like small detail to include. Is that like, oh yeah, also like this guy's just got a gate.
Yeah, he's just got a big kind of like... It's so easy to say this game is trying to be a movie, but like video games get very interesting in the very specific ways that they try and be like movies. And Remedy feels very invested in like trying to replicate acting
Yeah. Also Mia
more
joined,
than
Mia
like
just joined the chat.
photorealism. Oh, I see a little Mia Naina pop up. It's cute that happens a lot.
Welcome to.
I love Mia's like
To-
pose when
Oh,
she
dear.
pops up too.
Mr.
Like
Wake.
your default pose is just like, ma'am.
I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh, yes.
Hi, Mia.
Yes.
I captured the
Please,
hello.
come in.
Okay, love this zanned out waitress.
Hey, this is really good.
This is the woman who was super excited to meet
Yes.
us at the bar.
My
Or
manuscript.
at the cafe.
I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for
Yeah, Remedy
Barry,
also likes to
She
replicate
doesn't have
writing.
anything.
yeah.
They don't like really.
Hey, Al. Al,
They don't
what's-
really do it, but
Oh.
Glad Lana Del Rey is doing all right.
What?
oh my god.
Yeah, honestly, she should just consider continuing this kind of behavior at the cafe. I think people will like it.
Yeah.
Stay away
More
from the
trad.
haunted waitress pussy.
Trad waitress. That's what
It's
it's
coming for you.
my mind.
Hiding in my barber's
Upon hearing Lana Del Rey.
I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started.
Okay, I'm having some weird audio cutting out, so tell me if I start echoing.
Oh, okay. I'll let you know. Oh, there's our goober self on the TV.
To work, boy.
The like small shrine to him
I
that
felt
is just
nauseous.
in this room.
Hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict.
I thought he said Barbara
I'm writing
Jagger.
faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are
Hey,
getting
more like
very
Barbara
aggressive.
Jagger.
Each day there's less of me and more of her.
By Stephen
I
King.
hate it, but I know she's right. She promises
Where's
me
the
I can
Remedy,
save
like,
Alice
misery
this
video
way.
game?
She knows more of this than I do. About the complex
I
You
wanted
play
to
as
like a
both.
drink.
You play as
about
both
this
sides.
place. She's worked
Yeah.
with another writer under similar
Dead by
circumstances.
Daylight, Let
Thomas
Us
Zane.
Misery.
The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close.
Whoa.
I
That
can
would be
feel
a
it.
concept.
It's like
Keep
keep
aiming,
talking
sounds
but
like-
and nobody explodes, but it's like keep writing and nobody loses their leg. Medicated to hate. This girl's got wild taste in books.
Are these all books by Alan Wake?
No, this is her Alan Wake collection. It's actually pretty small. And then that's
Oh, this
her
is the
Alan
Wake
Wake mural. Mural.
She just has the
And
same
then-
asset reused 5 times.
What game? What is that? I'm trying to see if the name is supposed to be someone we recognize. I don't think so, though. I like that she has 2 of the little elephants and a vase in her room.
Oh my god, what if the ending of Nier Automata was, instead of a shmup, it was like the typing of the dead? Or
Oh,
It was
something.
a good day for
God,
me.
I would
had
love
less
that.
than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry
Did
into
you
the
add a
car,
You Must
work
Simp
something out once I
option?
got
Oh
on the
yeah,
road.
and it's more expensive. Oh hey, hold on, coffee thermos. A is an extremely Mia is an extremely talented artist, and also really really fucking good comics. When like every time you've made a comic that I've read, and I specify that only because I'm pretty sure that there are comics you've made that I've never read because you've like hidden them away, like little diamond secrets.
Well, like, so much of my work, of my comics are like autobiographical, so they're like also immediately cringe to me.
No, I feel that.
But I will make some more. Thank you so much.
I definitely remember the first time we started hanging out.
Barry was out of
After
it.
having
He
read
was
your
way
comics,
too
I
heavy
was
to
like,
carry.
this person's way too cool to be hanging out with me.
You're right.
Aw, no.
Deserve more.
I think we're in the. I think
So
we're like
handsome.
in the same zone. The idea that you would think that you're cooler than me is really funny to me. Or no, the other way around. I mean.
Yeah. I understood what you meant.
Welcome
It was
to the Dear Diner.
Um,
What can I get you today?
let me just say,
Coffee.
the
I couldn't
idea of
work
being
up
a
much hate for
waitress.
Rose, Something had used her to get
And
to
then
me
like
and left its
having
mark.
a diner booth
First
as
we
your
fill
kitchen
us
table in
free.
your own house.
Milk and sugar. on
Real
the counter
dedication.
there.
Real
Would you
dedication
like
to your
hear
job.
today's
Why is she
specials?
an Animal
Thank
Crossing
you.
villager?
Come back
What the fuck?
soon.
She's like the
Oh my God,
villager that has
winner!
a waitress outfit and her house is a diner.
Oh no, did they drug?
Yeah, she drugged us to try to get the ghost lady took control of her and used her to drug us. She's got little whale. She would be a whale girl. Like the kind of girl who's just really into
I'm
whales.
getting more obsessed with this character.
Her
every
house
single-
is blowing
Her house
my
is
mind.
amazing.
She's got a
It's
nice
like-
place.
It
Yeah, she's
kind
got
of
a pretty
looks like an RV from the 80s, but a house.
It's like, okay, I'm obsessed though with how this house is decorated as if they were like shopping at like tier 1 or like something lower tier than tier 1. Like they really went to like this stuff looks like props that a bunch of people got
Oh yeah.
to fill out a house.
Tier.
Like the fake
it's like
fake
home
props.
Yeah,
I
like
love
the-
this cooking
the
with corn
bases.
book still. I'm obsessed with the cooking with corn book.
Oh my god, that's a really good one.
72 tasty recipes. And it's just like, it's like a small detail right here. Like there's the thermos next to it, so you could maybe see it there. Another copy of one of my books, the 3 apple special. All right, let's get out
Oh
of
my god.
here. Washer, no dryer. Or maybe a dryer, no washer. I found out
My gun and flashlight were gone.
World
I have to
market
find a
level,
way to
thank
get
you.
Barry into the car as quickly
It's
as possible.
it's literally like they
There was
went
no
there
time
to
to
buy.
waste.
They're like, oh, we have to furnish this like place for a scene.
That's my favorite thing is like home goods stores that just have snacks as well.
Collect herbs. Yeah. Oh god.
Mr. Randolph
I miss
liked
IKEA.
those. That little smile.
Their
she had.
meatballs aren't even that
How she
good.
was
I just
still
want
sweet
I just
when
want to
life had
eat
tried
food
so
in the place
hard
where
to
I'm
make
looking
her
at
bitter.
furniture.
It wasn't any of his
Yeah.
business what she did
I-
in the trailer. But those
It's
strangers,
going to be triggering to
the
Winter,
writer and his
but I
smart
love
ass
IKEA food.
sidekick, looked like trouble.
There's a
And they'd
cookbook
been in
called
there
A
for
Man,
hours,
a Can,
way
a
past her
Plan
normal
for
bedtime.
husbands who can't cook,
He
and
reached
one of the
for a phone and
recipes is
called the
beer
sheriff's
corn.
station.
And I'm making that.
I
A
assume
man,
there's
a can of beer corn.
Beer corn. Is it just corn in beer? Is it like simmered in the beer? Is it a soup? Because you can make like a beer soup.
I just stepped outside
You
to
can
catch a
make a
breath
beer
of
soup.
fresh air. Let me tell you,
you
Of
can make
course.
weather's getting
out
heavy.
of anything if you
Nights
need.
like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home
You
You can
instead.
also
Once
replace
the weather
the
takes a
water
turn like this, I
with
can't
beer
sleep at
in
all.
any
It's all
recipe.
tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts,
Right?
punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me?
I took a bite of my pulled
Well,
pork.
perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBS.
It's all
FM.
tangled bed sheets and
Yeah.
dark thought.
This dude just calls the cops
on your
because a
mind,
woman
Walt?
didn't go to bed.
I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but...
Yeah, I made that focaccia recipe.
you know, I
Oh,
just...
yeah.
Well, you sound like a man.
Yeah,
with
I made it all by myself.
Did you do the garlic butter topping or just regular?
I did the garlic butter topping. I was
Pretty
thinking that-
necessary, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Having tasted it, mine's a lot thinner and crispier. I actually
I heard something like that.
I did that on purpose because I could not make the full recipe by any means.
Yeah.
That was too much focaccia.
Yeah, mine's really small because I put it in like a brownie dish basically.
Yeah, I saw that while I was looking at the recipe and I was like, you know what? I actually kind of like that better, but I didn't really have to. Well, actually, maybe I could have done that. I'll do that next time.
What are you waiting for?
No, we can try that version.
But yeah, the crispy one's good. I'm
Oh,
using it
let me
as a
fix that.
medium for tuna salad and soon dipping for the stews that we'll be making later in the week. Since we're talking about cooking.
Yeah, sorry the chat's quiet. We're just talking about bread.
Oh no, that's fine. I was just like trying to make do the audio mixing. This is probably a little bit off, but I think I've got it fixed up. I have AV boosted. Ah, fuck! Just fucking eat shit, jumping off the grill.
Doing grill jumps. Oh damn, that's right next to the mic.
That was nice and ambient. Big fan of that. Oh hell yes, coffee thermos. Oh. Yoink.
Here's the thing with the coffee thermos. You said, "Oh, you collect coffee thermoses," and I was like, "Okay, cool." I didn't realize it was like Banjo-Kazooie. Like it's not like I assumed it would be like different ones and whatever. Like it was like some cute collectible thing, but no, it's just an item.
It's just a single coffee
Bananas.
thermos. It's bananas. He just wants the coffee inside, and then he tosses them because he's a big shot writer and doesn't understand that thermoses are reusable and not it's not like canned coffee.
I would love a mod where the thermoses are like levitated above the ground and they're spinning, and when you collect them, they get real big, and then they move to a UI element.
Oh,
like they go to like your service number, and it gets real big, and it increases by 1.
I was imagining that, and they also have the rare game eyes. Jesus.
Hemingway, you're under arrest.
I love Nightingale.
Right in your goddamn face.
Get up, Hemingway.
He just spends the whole game calling Alan Wake the name of writers. And he goes from Hemingway to Spillane. There's no other writers you can think of between those two.
I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac.
Wait, why is this guy trying to kill Alan Wake?
So that guy called the cops on us because Rose didn't go to bed. And now Nightingale is showing up and is just going to kill us because he's a rogue FBI agent on the edge. Get back here, Toulouse.
I don't think Nightingale showed up when I went to bed last time.
No, this is the first time he's shown up in the game.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We find a manuscript page that foreshadows his arrival, it mentions him arriving in town. But this is the first time we've met him.
Freeze, Joan Didion.
Oh, Canada's Bondo's put it. People are starting to think that Alan Wake is behind a bunch of disappearances and murders, but it's actually the shadows. Oh no!
We have the suspect in sight. Okay, man.
Hey, you piece of shit! I want to watch the Fassbinder.
Ah, fuck!
Adaptation. Oh my god, what's it called? Corel. Seems to be just a gay sex island movie.
I mean, to be fair, Addy Elmans, he shot them with flashlights first, and then he shot them.
I'm gonna spell it. Hold on. The blinded fish coming in hot.
Oh my god, I love that Alan Wake is just so out of shape that you can barely run before he's just fucking winded.
I think that's really good.
It's such a this guy's a writer. He can't aim a gun, he can barely fight, and he fucking gets winded when he runs because all he does all day is write.
For decades,
write and argue with his wife.
That wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept
Once again, I just wanted to actually be Stephen King.
Yeah.
It dreamed
I want a mod where it's Stephen King.
Had called it from the dead.
It would be so good if it was
taste of power and freedom.
Stephen King. Stephen King might be chill enough. What if he actually
in the end?
Even just mocap them. He didn't even have to voice it. It could be like a Death Stranding situation,
Put Stephen King in Death Stranding.
I really want.
Kojima was obsessed with. Stephen King.
I was about to say, I really want a game adaptation, just a game where Stephen King is in it, and you as the character that you're playing. So this is basically saying that this is like at the start of everything. Is Barbara Jagger, which is the demon woman that we're fighting, or rather the darkness wearing her skin, basically woke up because we came into town. And Alan Wake is a special boy. And so she's targeting him for currently unknown reasons. But she's the reason why he wrote a manuscript. Uh-oh. Man, they're going to blame Alan Wake for that, too. They're going to be like, he's flipping cars now.
I love this world where, like, everyone is, like, obsessed with him and thinks he's, like, a true superstar, but then also he's the first person that they suspect.
Yeah!
Rose didn't know how the strange old lady got in her trailer, and she looked wrong somehow. The woman showed her teeth in an approximation of a smile and traced a finger down Rose's cheek. Pretty girl, she said. Rose felt as if she was falling asleep, but her knees didn't buckle. The crone spoke in a whisper, her words ice cold and dark in Rose's ear.
They just fucking nail the Stephen King writing style. I love it so much. In universe, the script to the game Alan Wake may or may not have been written by actual Stephen King. Oh, is that like a thing you can find in game?
Oh my god.
Because it really would not surprise me at all. Oh, the cops are fighting.
The cops are fighting.
Uh-oh, cops are fighting. Ha.
Nia, this is unrelated to the cops fighting, but have you seen the video game for baddies that they finally made?
No. Go on.
Oh, is it in Count and Break? That makes sense.
I'm gonna send it to you. But they finally made a game for baddies. It looks pretty epic.
They have been underserved in this community.
The baddie population, finally representation for baddies. I'm sending it to you.
Are we talking about like
Discord.
Bowser baddies or like bad bitches baddies?
We're talking about bad bitches.
Okay.
I'll send it. I'll link it for the whole chat. So you can...
Oh, I found a game for baddies. Oh my god.
I love that.
God. Oh god.
So not only is the thing you guys just mentioned, like where it's like they immediately suspect him, but it's like they know he's a shitty writer. 3 cops just go missing in the woods, and they're like, "Damn it, Alan Wake took them out."
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me.
Like, imagine if you just turn on the news one day and they're like, Stephen King is suspected in 17 homicides and just killed like 10 cops.
He just killed like 10 cops. They can't stop him.
Hey.
Like,
Steven, there's still time.
Yeah.
Steven kills as many cops as he can.
This is one of my favorite. He wears a tweed jacket.
Oh my god.
I don't know yet, but I'm not in the habit of jumping to conclusions. That tends to come back and bite you in the ass. Out.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're a cop? I love just the logic that he uses. He's like, well, if it's not Alan Wake, then who could possibly be killing the cops? I mean, Alan Wake is who we're looking to arrest. No other crimes can exist. No other crimes happen.
There's probably no way. It's the most logical conclusion.
It's called Occam's razor, duh.
Yeah. This is why the deductive reasoning powers of Hot Brain are just incredible. Damn, you can tell it's the PS3 era Western video game because you're getting attacked by a helicopter.
Yeah.
Or you're getting attacked by birds.
Damn it! Alan Wake took down a whole helicopter.
It's essential to watch the Game for Baddies video with sound because of the robot voice narrating.
I really fucking, it's a good video. I love it because like I've been getting more of that like tier of game ad because of playing like Cookie Run and stuff. And fucking seeing it's just the exact level of like production value as that, but the subject matter feels great to me.
It's really incredible. I would love.
Oh, we got a drink, coward. All right, gonna take a sip of my Steely Reserve.
I can't drink on
What's
my
that?
medication, so I'm gonna do a fat bong rip into the mic.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm gonna be drinking more of this Snoop Dogg wine.
There's a excuse me. There's a Snoop Dogg wine.
And people who caught the Fern and B stream on Monday will remember the Snoop Dogg wine. Yeah, it's.
How is it?
It's like a kind of sweet red blend. It's not bad. It's by the winery 19 Crime, and it's just got like a black and white pictured Snoop Dogg on it, and the cork also has Snoop Dogg on it.
Jane, Mulligan here. Over.
Oh, is Avi floating?
Go ahead, Mulligan. Over.
Doesn't look like she's
We got
floating.
Wheeler and Rose here.
No, I think my lower half is just very dark.
Speaking of which, that
Perhaps.
bed had a pretty
Oh yeah, you know what? She is floating, but it's okay.
Yeah. Just a little.
It's okay for me to be floating.
It's normal
What?
for girls to float.
Women float.
Let
I don't
women
have anything
float.
on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over. Gotcha. You
I'll
better
ask
get
if
them
Stacey
here
I'm
quickly.
obsessed with your
Ed's
comment.
gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh, yeah.
Fucking Hitchcock here.
Looks like they have a
Since
lot
improved that.
Mulligan out.
I also love how like one of the first antagonists you get in the game, which is like this FBI agent, just like everyone immediately is like, this guy's a dick.
I could see the lights at the radio station in the distance.
I can? Oh, there they are. That sounded like a car starting.
Yeah, oh my god. I didn't realize that it was a bomb rip.
Driving my car.
Alright, well, I guess it's time
First I
to...
parked my bong.
Then I parked my car.
I really want to be able to leave and enter your room like maybe 17 times per 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's the thing
I
that like
imagine that
with
the
my
broadcast tower
whenever
in
I'm
the
over at my
distance is
boyfriend's
part of the
place,
local radio
he's like, yeah,
station.
you have to leave the door to
May
the
seem
bedroom
like a
cracked,
decent
or the
guy.
cat
Perhaps
will
he could
start
give me
yelling at it
directions
and
to
hitting
Colmar.
it. He won't want to be in here for long, but he wants to be able to come in and out.
Yeah. One of the cats actually figured out that like, oh, like if I am doing things that aren't paying attention to her, she can stand by the door and make it seem like she wants to leave, but
I
then
wouldn't get
like
through without a light.
I do by me coming over to open the door for her, that is successfully like getting attention from me. So then she's like, "No, I'm good.
There
I'm
was
gonna
no
stay."
hour to the searchlight.
Yeah. that is masterclass.
She also started pulling books off of my bookshelf.
Oh my god! Cats are sociopathic.
It's getting real. Like she's
Maybe
she's
maybe
becoming
cats
a
are
true-
fans.
She's becoming a true girlfriend. Real girlfriend behavior.
I think one of my favorite normie girlfriend posts is like, you know that gif of like the lizard that looks like it's got like a big smile and it's like slowly walking towards like the camera? It was like that, and it's like when my boyfriend dies in his video game, so now he has to pay attention to me.
That's like a classic.
I saw that and I was just like, damn, that is what it feel like though.
That's really funny.
You know, sometimes people are like, are the heterosexuals okay? And then I think about that post and I go, yeah. Yeah, I think they're doing all right.
They are.
That's the kind of thing that I can't say. Well, I can say that gay people are a little better at it.
Yeah.
But they're better at it because you're both a lizard.
Yeah, you're both. You are both waiting for the other to die in the video game.
Which one of you is the lizard?
Which one of you is the lizard and which one of you died in the video game?
Yeah, Tire Demon, exactly. Gay people take turns.
Gay people take turns.
It
took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Why did he say recognize? Like he's like, ah, my flashbang grenades. I know what those are.
It is like, I do like how the narration is like, feels less, I mean, I don't know, it feels different than somebody just talking to themselves.
Yeah.
I love that he's like, damn, I knew that I knew I had to leave this room at this moment for the plot of the game to continue.
Yeah, no, it's like, it's a contrivance that actually works within the context of like what the game is about.
Right, rather than like, I've got to go now and say it after like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I just need flashbacks to honestly. True.
Got him. Hope I don't run out of flashbangs. Oh, I hear a guy yelling. I hear a guy loading up his sickles.
I think that this game could have Bloodborne NPC voice clips playing in it.
And it would just fit.
I think Maine is probably like that, even though this is the Pacific Northwest.
It's like, yeah.
What's on your mind, Miller?
They're like two halves of the same Mad Folden.
And there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Oh, I hate when there's a ruckus.
Just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10-15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
This is exactly how people in like Western Washington talk about.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
Excusing every dumb set piece in your game with the stuff that happens and this is inspired by bad writers is pretty earned. Honestly, it's the smartest bit that Remedy does, is that they always take their inspiration from like pretty like pulp, like pop mass culture stuff. So they can get away with a lot of like, with basically like intentionally bad writing, air quotes. But it's not even that it's bad writing, it's that it's like perfectly fits the trope that they're going for.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. Boom, bitch. Alright, where am I going? Oh, fuck! Fuck!
Oh, just rip.
I was like turning to look at the thing and I forgot that like when he turns, he has like such a like wide turn radius. Oh fuck.
Touch Touched by the dark presence,
1
Rose
second,
was
guy.
lost
I
in a
gotta read
dreamland
this.
where everything was drawn in black and gray crayons. The old lady
Can
promised
all
her
of
that
this
all her
crazy
wishes
shit
would
stop
come true.
happening? I gotta
She
read a
would be
book
Ellen
for
Wade's
a
muse.
second.
She was smiling so hard it hurt her face. She crushed a bottle full of sleeping pills into the coffee. Deep down inside, she was screaming in terror.
Oh. Hey, buddy, check this out. Oh, come on!
It's just a little guy.
My birthday.
It's my birthday, leave me alone.
God.
No! No! Okay, I got him. He like... He like chased me down that path. Got him.
Fire demon. The darkness is abuse, by the way.
Sometimes people have been saying that darkness is not abuse, and I
And I just want to say, it makes me feel really unsafe. Trust no one in the dark. Okay. No, don't jump.
No, you're like you really.
I love to start generators. in video
Don't
games.
bother with the
Who never
medium
thought-
BTW chat. What's the medium BTW chat? Do I want to know? Do I want to bother?
Probably not. Yeah, you really hit the nail on the head with like, I don't feel safe. Like I keep thinking about like the like subtle like white womanness of
It's
like
not
the
subtle.
language that people use to place themselves as the victim. Like stuff about their like their comfort and stuff like that, and that like this person or like concept that has no interaction with them is like hurting them.
Is like actually the exact I saw it with like the recent discourse that was going on over Carta's tweet, where it's like immediately people were like, oh, you must be saying this because you are unsafe to be around. And it's like, just like immediately, like, I can't think of a, like literally just going, I don't want to argue about this, so I'm saying that the fact that you've argued this means you are an abuser.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
fucking disgusting. Like, it's fucking despicable. And it's funny because these same people, like, you can brand yourself all you want, like, fucking trans women of color are the backbone of our community, and you have to support them. And
As long as they're nice to me. As long as they agree with me.
As long as they didn't look at me funny that one time, or
As long as they're not predatory.
aren't too weird, and they like, and I'm not personally feeling competitive and threatened by them. People want to be able to pull that card out.
It's awful. Also, yeah, I've been seeing that with the discourse about the medium, and it's really funny because it's actually made me more interested in it. Not because I think it's going to be well made. I played the Blair Witch game. I don't think it's going to be well made at all. But I would like to see what a game really horribly handling a subject matter is more interesting to me than a game just kind of tiptoeing around the subject matter, because games writers don't know how to deal with subject matter, like, period.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for Carta. She doesn't seem like it's like getting to her, but it's still a thing where it's like nobody wants to be in the position of just like all of the worst people on the website are now obsessed with you and are literally going to be scrounging, looking for any reason to
Yeah.
justify dismissing
I hope
anything
Ming
you
could
have to
lend me
say.
a car to get to the coal mine.
Yeah, and like that's the other thing too is that like the other thing, the other like piece of branding is like, wow, I'm abolitionist, defund the police, blah blah blah, like, and then like can't like have this reaction to literally like somebody explaining the most basic like tenet of what it means to be like abolitionist, like what it means to like defund the police.
To
like,
be fair, they are pretty
doesn't mean
different.
that
I will say they're
you get
pretty
to be the
different.
cop.
Like, I will say they're pretty different from the police, because the police can't arrest you for guilt by association. So in that way, they're actually better than the police because they're more efficient.
Yeah.
It's just absolute, like, it's just absolute.
I think that
It's like, it's at least hard for the police to get you
Oh,
arrested.
I
for
absolutely will do a
protest.
darkness stream. I love that game. I think the thing that's wild about it was like, I looked at
pretty
all the
wild.
quote tweets and it was like you don't have to forgive your abuser, da 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 da. And then I like went back and reread the thread, and Carta literally I don't think even uses the word forgive in the entire fucking thread.
Yeah,
She
people are
literally
just like looking
said,
for a thread to pull on. Yeah.
She literally said, like, people who have done bad things, like, should be allowed to live.
Yeah.
She didn't say shit. That's the thing. Like, oh my god, I can't. I really can't.
It was legitimately weird seeing like, and I realized that what it was is that the first person quote who was mad at it quote tweeted it with, "People don't have to forgive their abusers. What the fuck? This is making me unsafe." And then every person quote tweeted it after that saw that framing and so assumed that that is what the post said. But it doesn't say that. Yeah, people didn't read the thread. So people assumed, well, if other people are mad at it for saying it, it must be saying that. But she's not even saying that. And like, you could argue with the thread. I saw people who had all kinds of disagreements that they were able to give respectfully. But people were arguing with an argument that she was never making in the original
well,
thread.
Always goes with this shit. Because, like, the things that they're all mad at are, like, not
I
things
had
that
no
she
idea
says.
how to
Like,
get to
I
the
don't
coal
know.
mine.
I've
Ming would
seen
know,
like
and I had a feeling I
a
wouldn't
lot
get a
of
chance to
of
ask
people kind
anyone
of
else anytime
responding
soon.
to these basic criticisms with like that wording is present in the thread.
Yeah. I somehow injured myself
exactly,
running
like-
into that
And it's
chair.
crazy because like Carta is like
That chair did attack me, yes.
somebody who is like so like it's crazy too because Carta like she is so involved in her community and like she the amount of just like activism and mutual aid shit that she does, the amount of people that like she takes care of and supports is like not even in the same league as these fucking babies.
The thing that's insane about it is seeing all that and people being like, oh, she must be this, she must do that. But it's like, Carta is like literally active in like holding abusers accountable. Like not making posts about them, like literally
She's
doing
very
shit
serious
involved
about it.
in like removing predators from spaces where they have power over people that they prey on. Like that is a thing she has been involved in multiple times.
Yeah, exactly. Well, people have no fucking like. Don't
That chair makes me feel unsafe. That chair is an abuser at heart.
Physics collision is not abuse, actually. Hold on. I'm kidding.
Collision is not abuse.
Nowhere to run, Dan Brown.
Cool your jets, Nightingale.
I'm always saying this when something in Blender is not going right.
What's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
Look at this action movie, Alan Wake. Oh, he fucking ate shit so hard.
I like how you started to say that, and then he immediately trips and falls down.
It was like he was like, oh, I've seen this in an action movie when he like vaulted over it and he
the sudden stop. It was probably
He did
good
not
I
have
hadn't
it.
had
He
the
was like,
chance
"Oh
to
shit,
tell
I don't
Elaine
have
where
a
I was going.
some
I'd have to
stunt
lose the
double by
cops
the
and
end."
find my own way to the mine.
This is like the 5th time. Yeah, no, he's just constantly falling off shit. I also love him being like, I'm gonna get you, HB Love, just like throwing authors out there, seeing if anything sticks.
It's so fucking good.
Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you? Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
It's funny, you could make it a lot bitchier if he only called him by the names of female authors.
I was just thinking that.
It takes a totally different tone that I'm intrigued by, frankly.
Yeah. No, you should steal that bit.
Hey, Margaret Atwood.
He calls them Bronte 3 separate times, but it's a different Bronte sister each time.
Not even one of the highest, not even one of the high tier Brontes.
Yeah.
God, I'm trying to
definitely,
forget.
whatever the least popular Bronte is, should be.
Who's the one that wasn't in that movie?
My parents would know this off the top of their heads, and they would yell at me for both not knowing and for implying that there was a bad Bronte, I think.
Hey, I said least popular.
Least popular.
What? Hey,
yeah,
chat.
there's-
Post your Bronte tier ranks.
Oh my god.
Got him.
Fighting Bronte community.
What? Oh my god.
Wait, did I go the wrong way? Am I going the right way? No, I think I'm going the right way.
I can't rank women because that's abusive. Right, everyone. That's misogyny.
Okay, that's a very woke answer. The typo in the middle really makes it increase the drill energy of that screen. I really enjoyed it.
Ladies, I think you're all S tier.
Yeah, Charlotte, Emily. I think Addie actually has the.
Charlotte, Emily, Anne in descending order, right?
Yeah.
I haven't read Jane Eyre since high school, so I really need to actually go back and revisit it now that I'm a fully formed adult, and thus would probably like it a lot more. in my tier list, every woman is OP.
Asimov, thank you for censoring women.
Alaska Spicy, no, that's correct. Every woman is broken.
Alaska Spicy. Sorry.
Alaska Spicy sounds like a good strain of weed.
The less vowels
He
are
does
in
actually.
women, the more inclusive it is to non-women.
The less vowels that are in it, the more inclusive. Actually, if they're just gonna start calling it W, the W and W community.
The
women posted their
W stands for no vowels.
Danny had stepped out, but what stumbled back in was something else. Something
Hold on.
alien.
Yeah, I noticed that
Walter
you
tried to
spelled
kill
out
it,
the word
first with his
women
fists, then a chair.
in your
He died.
invitation.
Instead, it kept
And I just
coming.
wanted to ask, are you a
Unaffected, the
TERF?
bullet had taken. After Walter managed to kick it down the cellar stairs, fear took over. He ran, got behind the wheel, gunned the engine. The booze wouldn't make him forget.
That's actually the thing that really gets me. Like, I know that, like...
It comes from a good place, but it's still very fun to make fun of.
I, like... Okay. The, like, TD Bank Instagram postification of spelling women with an X. Like the fact that, like, like brands and like corporations feel the need to like use that at certain times makes me feel fucking crazy.
Oh, absolutely. It feels
also
insane.
Makes me feel like you could trick them into saying anything. If
you can, like, that really is the terrifying thing.
The thing that's weird about the history of like women with an X is that it definitely like is just like because like I remember when that was around when I was in like the Oakland queer community, and there was like not teenagers in that community. There was just people making real dumb decisions. Speaking of, my favorite thing I heard about was finding out from a friend that one of the library systems out here, they like hired on like in quarantine like a diversity manager officer, one of those kind of like HRE positions that's like, how do we make the library more inclusive? Which is like already kind of a weird question to me, because it's like I don't think the library is uninclusive. Like, I feel like I already consider the library one of the most inclusive social institutions. But okay, I can't knock them for doing that. But apparently the first proposal they had was in the like constitution for it to replace folks. Like, this is a space for folks with folks with an X.
No.
And the argument is that like that's the more inclusive version. And my friend was like asking, he's like, is that really a thing? And I was like, no. It's like the word folks is literally already inclusive because it just means folks.
Yeah.
Doing it with the X is actually less inclusive because more people don't know what that means.
Right. I think that there's a real problem with just trying to think you can I don't know, language your way to inclusivity.
There's
what that truly means.
So, Pup Badger is saying that diversity is still a huge issue. I'm not. Definitely, like, I understand the experience, maybe, but, like, I would really, I've heard things about also the library as a workplace.
Okay, that's why I said, like, I'm not sure, because it's, like, I really only have the experience of, like, as a person who's, like, gone to libraries my whole life. But I was like, it's probably like if they hired someone for it, it was probably an issue. It's just that it's like, oh, you clearly hired someone who does not know what the issue is if they think that the solution is folks with an X.
Yeah, like, okay, so do you also know about the new, like, hormone replacement startup called Folks with an X?
Yes.
Oh, no.
I'm obsessed with folks with an X.
I did not know about that.
It's
oh my god, I hate that because it makes folks retroactively sound like a startupism.
Yeah.
Because it's like a normal word with a vowel incorrect. Gentrify weird queer academic lingo.
Here's the thing, country shitheads are the best.
There was no sensible reason for
country,
our company
like,
work life to be here.
I've been
left for someone like me.
This is a really dumb story. Like, this is a very petty feeling. It's like not a real feeling, but just like a dumb one. So lately, like, there's just been that whole thing, like, over time of like just fucking nerds that are not from the South that are queer, like, through just like their communities, like through like that slang shit, like start saying like Southism, and like it becomes that like affect to seem like down to earth and like cool and queer and whatever. Like, while they're like the type of people who like they're watching the election and they're like, can we just like throw Florida away?
Yeah.
like the most like annoying little sheltered fucking shitheads. Like fucking like policey ass DJ Maxx shit. Fucking hate it. I'm really mad about this. Like, one of the, like, here's the thing. I say y'all because my first girlfriend was incredibly from New Orleans, and, like, you spending the amount of, like, time and emotional intensity that you do in, like, a young, like, lesbian relationship, like all of that shit, like, you're just going to catch that immediately.
Oh yeah, no, I grew up in like the redneck part of California, is what I always tell people. But it's like I just grew up in an area where people said y'all, so it's like it was an affectation I picked up.
It's so easy to catch y'all, like, the moment people, like, say it around you, like, it's very helpful. It's a very helpful.
It's a great term. It's useful.
Yeah, it's very useful.
There's slang is really interesting, like, kind of regional slang is really interesting to me. Philly does have a lot of, like,
the bulldozer's
kind of
engine
southern
roared to life.
in it.
Mud and rocks flew as it fought for traction. It crashed through the concrete.
It's like if you move to Georgia, like, you're gonna catch that shit in like 5 days.
Its head after the impact, fixed its eyes on me, and charged. Of course, it had no head nor eyes. Shadows crawled on its form, twisting it into a monster. Then it came for me.
Uh-oh.
The real thing it is for me is that, like, people that I have met in my life that are from the South are, like, very often and consistently some of my favorite people on the planet.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially Southern queers, like, and they're in fact so much better to be around than these fucking Northeastern dorks, like fucking Hamilton ass, like, bullshit. Oh my god. I'm so mad.
It's that old Southern hospitality.
Texas is a type of the South.
Yeah.
Sarah
and as a member of the coastal elite,
said,
Southern boys DM me.
He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions.
Addie, I am trying to catch these farmhands, okay? Oh my god, something harder. No, that is so true. Growing up in California, having been in like every part of California, insane. So I grew up in like the rednecky, like red areas of California. And then when I went to like the most lib bubble areas of California, immediately I was just blown away by like how casually racist people were. Cause like this was in like 2008, so it's like I was like 18, 19. I was not like air quotes particularly woke, but people would just say shit and I was like, that's racist. Like, what? And people who were like liberal, people who were like complaining to me about like Sarah Palin would just say like casually racist things.
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice?
Alan.
That type of like liberal hatred feels so much more evil here. It's like kind of different, like in the Northeast, at least like the tri-state area, than like this is another liberal place, especially like when you're around like the kind of like Olympia rich white family. That shit is really
the connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only
very
thing that
hateful
hadn't been right with
here.
the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
Yeah, get out liberals, yeah,
Pipe
for
wrenched
sure.
itself loose from the bridge's
Exactly,
steel
like
framework.
exactly.
Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment,
I think
didn't
one of my
understand what I
like
was looking at.
favorite
The
weird
heavy object
experiences I
lurched
had when I
at
was
me
in
with
college
impossible force.
was that
I threw myself
we
out
like
of the way,
got so
but just
sick
barely.
of like the
When I turned
lib
my
bubble that
flashlight
we
on
lived in.
It shook in a dark rage.
That I
before
remember
it
we
flew at
used
me
to just
again.
put on Fox News. Originally we put it on, and this is like late Bush era, early Obama era. And we originally just put it on as like a joke. And then it became a thing where we would leave it on because we were like this is like literally the only way we can like understand like politics at this point, because everyone else talks about politics in a way that is like just one point of view. Like, because all of us like me and my roommates had all come from areas that were like more red, so it was like you had to develop your like leftist politics in conversation by like actually arguing with conservatives and like not having conservatives to like respond to. It was just like I would just realize that like, oh, I'm like losing my ability to like actually argue my politics. So like I need to actually know like what the people I disagree with think and are saying, because I'm not hearing it here anymore.
God.
And I was like, but like that immediately made sense to me, like why like the lib bubble caused such like insane behavior, because it was just like, oh, you're never like pushed on any of these things like here.
Yeah. Honestly. Yeah, Addie is like exactly right.
I could see a railway bridge up ahead.
As a lot of liberal city people justify it by the logic of, oh, I'm from the educated wherever the fuck, I'm not racist, like I got a Confederate flag. And then we'll give a speech on how lazy they think black people are. Like, that's the exact thing.
It's exactly that, because it's so many of like liberal city people are kind of just liberal by consequence of environment.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's like that's why like the liberal bubble thing was so maddening to me, where when I like moved there for college, because it was like, you guys just have these opinions because like that's the opinions that are normal here, which is fine, like, you know, but like it means that it's like you don't know how to actually argue your own opinions, and that's insane to me.
Well, I feel like a lot of people don't have the experience. Like, I mean, I guess I see this pretty commonly, that like, if you're used to whatever defaulting to whatever environment you were raised in,
yeah,
you don't actually have the experience of like really thinking about your beliefs from an outside perspective.
Yeah.
Like in the way that like I compare this to like every student like writing their first essay in college. They're like, you should, like, they're trying to, like, I taught rhetoric and composition for many years. So when you assign a student to, like, write an essay, and they're like, I believe this and everyone should believe the same thing because that's the thing that's correct.
Yeah.
And it's very, like, obviously this is the thing that everyone would believe, like, you know, when they're trying to write about a controversial issue or something like that, even if you're like, don't write about these things, they're boring. They'll do that, and then I'll be like, okay, if you want to have this down, like, tell me why anyone should believe that. You have to make the reader believe it. And they'll think of it like, and sometimes people will be like, oh, whoa, I never actually have thought that before ever. And I taught both kids from Red State and the very wealthy Running Start.
Will you teach me rhetoric?
Oh yeah.
And Sarah's is right. To be clear here, conservative like red state area people of conservative beliefs usually are the exact same way. Like usually they you know, the whole thing with Fox News is that it gives you your arguments for you. It does the argument for you. It doesn't present you with like challenging information. It doesn't like give you facts and ask you to consider them. It does the argument for you.
Right, exactly. That it's like, and like a lot of times people who have just grown up with that, whatever it is, aren't like, don't have the experience of being like, oh, I have to be persuasive.
Yeah.
Like I have to write it, I have to, or failing even persuasiveness, like, which is, you know, you can say the purpose of an essay is to be like persuasive, but it's also kind of like, it's really just to like explain and articulate what your point of view is. But people can't even do that if you're coming at your point of view from the fundamental assumption that like the only logical thing to do is to believe this.
Yeah.
And anyone who doesn't believe this must be stupid or insane. Which is like why you see this stuff so often with like the Democrats being like college voters, or
oh my god,
college voters like go for us, right? Which is like really
the thing with they were like, you guys can either have QAnon or you can have the college voters, and it's like There is literally so much of the country that is not either of those things.
Right. Not to mention, there's that QAnon doctor and many other, like, you know, it's just a very, like, simplistic point of view.
Yeah.
It's very arrogant, and it's very, like, but, like, in addition to, like, how offensive it is, it also fundamentally misunderstands even the idea of making an argument at all.
Yeah.
That, like, it's, like, obviously the only people who don't agree with us, like, people would only disagree with us for reasons of them being too dumb.
Yeah, because they're simply too smart or too dumb to realize how smart we are.
Right, and that stuff is not very, turns out, not very good at persuading folks. Anyways, I think about this a lot because I was in a very similar situation. Like I grew up in Indiana. And
a wheelbarrow. Fuck!
I grew up in Indiana, and all of my classmates were very, very wealthy conservatives for most of my early schooling. So I got a lot of. I remember. I like this distinct memory of like being in middle school and crying because I was the only person in the class who was arguing that the bombing of Hiroshima was a bad thing.
Oh no!
We just like read this book about like how horrible it was, and everyone like else was like, but it was like a super, like it was a super graphic book.
You know the book, and that's like
yeah. It's called Hiroshima.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, it's a really like it's.
I slammed the
and I was like,
right in his smug face. He pleaded for me
everyone
to
else
open
was
the door.
like,
True to
well,
form,
that would have
the
happened to
asshole
America.
thought I would obey.
We hadn't
I
done
know
that. Like it was like surreal. Like
either.
there was like
Not for
wow. So I got a lot of
moment
practice.
to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge.
So I was just thinking. I'm reliving my own childhood memories of being South Bend. I probably shouldn't be so open with where I was from. Somewhere in Indiana.
As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing. Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me.
Yeah, it's good about
I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story.
I also went to a very
Certainly not the protagonist.
I went to like
that's what makes them fun.
A rich person conservative middle school, and then like a religiously conservative
closer.
High school, and it gives you a lot of like insight into how differently people's politics actually break down. Which I think is important knowledge that I've tried to keep in mind ever since. And I think about it a lot actually in this day and age.
It's I was gonna say like it's a thing too that like I try to keep in mind with regards to like talking to people, especially like normal people who usually aren't on Twitter, is I'm like most people kind of just like they have politics and they have opinions, but most people are actually like pretty apolitical in that they are like they've just never really thought about their politics. So like you could actually like change a lot of people's opinions pretty easily just by like giving them a convincing argument.
Yeah, definitely.
Or like understanding why they believe the way they believe.
Right, and sometimes people have like, I mean, I think about this a lot because like there were like some really different varieties of right-wing politics in Indiana. Like there's a lot of like it's a very like we have a very high Catholic population, and like people can be very conservative on like social issues, but also be like very liberal on like issues like homelessness and like and unions and working in a really different way that people do not. People are like that's impossible. Nobody would be like, because conservatism like wants to take all of that stuff and play people's like belief to advocate for like particular causes that end up being like very fundamentally against what a lot of the folks actually believe.
Yeah. Oh,
But
no,
then
no,
they're
I know
like,
exactly what you're talking
"Oh, I
about.
have
I
have to make like a choice between like my like, oh, I want to like build houses for the homeless, and like I feel like this is part of like my like belief system as a Christian, versus like I think that the only issue that's ever mattered is abortion, and so I'm going to like, and so this is where I have to like draw the line essentially.
Yeah.
Which is why like in the town that I'm from, we've had like a Democratic mayor for like forever, but they've often been like conservative on a bunch of like issues you wouldn't expect a Democrat to be conservative on.
Oh yeah, no, that's always a huge thing in the Midwest, is that a lot of Democrats are like way more socially conservative than like what we think of when we say like Democrat, because it's like that's literally how they have to survive. Like not survive, but like that's how their political careers
that's
work.
How the game is played.
Yeah, is that like,
And they
oh,
might be,
this
like,
one social
surprisingly-
issue is the thing they care about.
I mean, maybe not anymore these days, but they might be at least modestly more liberal than some on like when it comes to like I don't know, things like if it's like a big like auto manufacturer's town, then they like actually do maybe appeal a little bit to like what to like, you know, kind of like working class issues. Maybe like Flashlight is liberal while the dark. I think that's probably true. I think that there's a metaphor
I
happening.
can't argue with that.
Springs has been less than successful until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves
I love the fucking writing in these. I love their little weird TV shows they make.
But you have demonstrated the
Yeah.
seriousness of your intent.
Oh god,
Peppermint-
good old Peter Buddy.
Yeah.
Chuck.
Peter Butchuk. Did you see the video where somebody said "poot"?
Said what?
He mispronounced his
Somebody
first
needs to
name
come in and play that. I used to hear it.
It fucking kicked ass. Yeah, Peppermint. I feel your pain more than you'll ever know.
Oh, Mr. Driller, you have well pleased Nixie Perka, the dweller in flesh.
Uh-oh. That hot lady just laid eggs in you.
Ah, shit.
Oh,
Wow. Oh, jeez, I hate when the hot lady puts eggs in me.
Oh, golly.
God, I love that. It's so good that these are like a 2-minute long Twilight Zone, which is all you
and such quests.
Yeah, just set up, twist, punchline. There you go.
Night Springs.
Let me look up. Somebody was saying that
no,
when this
don't
video
put your
played.
eggs in me. You're so
What?
sexy. Ha ha ha.
Buttigieg mispronounced.
Wait. I think I can follow. I think I can find it. I'm just gonna have to hunt in one of the group chats.
Okay.
I think this was in. I immediately saw a bunch of Alex Jones videos with Twin Peaks music over it.
Huge
I can't
fan
stop
of this
thinking
article
about it.
that came out though that says America has had a year to learn how to say Buttigieg, and yet I will never pronounce it boot edge or whatever the fuck he wants people to say. Which isn't even how. Remember that story that came out from somebody who went to high school with him, who was like, "That's not how his name is pronounced." I literally remember him, like, as like a careerist little sociopathic teenager, workshopping like what would be the best, like what pronunciation of his name plays better to audiences.
I mean, that did actually happen. I don't know if that happened while he was a child, but it did happen while he was running for mayor. That is true.
While he was a child for mayor.
Yeah.
As
he was running as the first teen mayor.
The darkness roared
The
and cast
first
me
teen
away.
mayor.
I felt like the
mayor.
dark waters of the lake far below.
It's literally that bit from Parks and Recreation. Okay, here I linked it.
Okay, let me listen to it. Every story I hear about him makes me hate him more. He's a fucking monster of a human.
I'm gonna play the video. You're gonna hear it on my mic.
Okay.
Because I want to listen to it.
I was gonna let's play it on my mic.
Okay, I will do anything to stop us from talking about Pete.
Of Mayor Pete Buttigieg in his
Literally
Senate
anything.
confirmation hearing this morning. Up next.
Thank you. Pete Buttigieg. That's all. That's all. I just wanted one hit.
Masterful performance of Mayor Pete Buttigieg in his Senate confirmation hearing this
Jesus.
morning.
Of all the things to get wrong, who is that? Which MSNBC man is that?
The fact it's like incredible that he got that he got his first name wrong. Like that's the funniest thing about the entire world.
Last name right, first name wrong. Also, I love that people in the mentions were bringing up we're resurrecting the Poot Lovato meme, which I completely forgot about. Which was like, it was like a photo of Demi Lovato that was just like, oh fuck, where she just like, I don't know how to describe it other than she just like looked like really weird, like her head was shaved and like the angle it was at like made her head shape. What?
I love Poot Lovato.
Yeah. And so it was just people being like, that's not Demi Lovato, that's her like twin sister she keeps in the attic, Poot.
Oh my god.
This poor guy keeps getting run over.
I do like how they're. Maybe I wonder if this was a legacy of them having like vehicle driving around. Because they're like, what if a boss was just a car?
Was just a car.
However, I do have to say it's pretty terrifying to have somebody try and run you over when you're not in a car.
Yeah. No, it is actually pretty scary to have this bulldozer trying to kill me.
Like, I was like, actually, I feel like this is like a real clever asset reuse, and it is actually really scary. The first boss in Resident Evil 7 is a guy trying to run you over.
I love that.
It's really good. Fern and I, when we were replaying that boss to try and beat him, I put on the Initial D soundtrack, and it was pretty fun.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, wait.
Oh my god!
Wait, what? I'm right. It is Christine.
It is what?
It is Christine. Yeah. What king villain are you gonna fight a clown?
Oh my god.
Existential clown.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember if I fight a clown.
That's what we did.
I don't want to say that there's not a clown.
Okay.
Well, fuck.
Deja vu. I've just been in this place before.
A car accident boss is really effective because everyone on the planet has considered what it would be like to get hit by a car.
Yeah, no, everybody has also considered, has like seen a bulldozer and been like, what would happen if that hit me?
That fucking reminds me, I recently watched Red.
Oh fuck, it can push through the fence, okay.
The first time, which is another Dario Argento movie that's kind of considered like the apparently considered just like the penultimate Giallo movie.
Yeah.
But all of the kills in that movie are like, I want to rewatch it, but I also don't because they're like some of the most unpleasant shit I've ever seen. Because basically he was like, I want kills that like the audience doesn't really know what it's like to be stabbed.
Yeah.
So I don't want I want murders that people can imagine feeling.
Oh, I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
They're all
Whoa,
horrifying. They are intrusive thought factories because it's like there is like somebody who gets drowned in like a burning hot bath, and it's disgusting. It's just like basically Deep Red. It's all basically like really severe versions of like things that you experience just from living your life.
And this is Red, you said, by Argento?
Deep Red.
Deep Red, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's very, like, damn, gotta respect that. That's really cool. I like...
Here's the asshole who got me.
The real... I can't believe you got through that whole fight and then that guy just ran up and hit you on the head.
He hit me on the head while I was, like, in the middle of opening this. So, like, I heard him approaching, and I was like, fuck, I've initiated the picking up this item animation. I can't escape.
No.
I like... Pep Azir says the real boss is 3-point turns. But yeah, that was the boss fight that the bulldozer was fighting well.
Honestly, really love including 3-point turns as like you include that in part of your strat for taking on the boss. Is like, how quickly can this thing turn? Cool, I can get right next to it and drop a flare, and it can't get me because it has to back up to even remotely touch me. Oh jeez, Alan, wait, jeez, Alan, come on, calm down.
Come on, Alan.
More coffee.
Come on, Alan.
Come on, Alan. Come on, pick it up, Alan. Come on, get it together. Ooh, a car. Here's one of the rare driving sequences in the game. Alan would have switched to vaping by now.
Oh my god.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine.
Well, that's it. That's all I had to say.
The coal mine wasn't far now.
His wife at the finish line cheering him on. Alan going to the market from Heavy Rain to buy a non-prescription inhaler.
Today, I would meet the
Oh yeah, I've been
kidnapper,
playing.
and he would give me Alice.
We started playing Helen Rain over on Lonnie's
A drowning
stream,
man would clutch at a straw.
and it's such a great compliment to this game. It's like they're both
Oh my
just of
God.
this era, and like the way dipshit dude protagonists like were. It's such a like wholesome era of dipshit dude protagonists.
It is like, again, like, I feel like this game, it would be so interesting to compare this game, Hideo Kojima game, Heavy Rain, and like Deadly Premonition, to be like all of the ways in which like all of the attempts at photorealism and like their different obsessions with like different aspects of like acting and film and TV.
Without realizing it, I'd come to believe
like
that the
that's
story
really
in the
fun to see
manuscript
that
was coming
breakdown.
true. The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the dark presence was trying to destroy me.
Is
felt
just
real,
apparently there
but it
was a
matched the
remake of
textbook
The
case of
Darkness,
insanity.
which I did not know about. Does anyone know if there is the original Darkness on PC, or should I? Oh, whoa, Jesus!
shit.
Oh God, this camera control.
Let me look that up.
Or if I should just plan to either emulate it or play it on my Xbox. Oh, I am not playing Beyond Two Souls. That game is a massive piece of shit.
Yeah, I feel like Beyond Two Souls, I hear, is a bridge too far, even for people who have been able to tolerate David Cage games.
I like playing David Cage games, even though like, so you know like the things David Cage includes in his games that are awful, like him just being an exploitative hack who doesn't know what he's doing. Beyond Two Souls is that the video game. Beyond Two Souls has one protagonist and it's a woman. Is the best way to put it, actually. It's a David Cage game where there's one protagonist and it's a woman.
Alert. Damn, yeah, this might not have a PC version. It might be only Xbox and PS3.
Alright. That's fine. I can I think I have a copy. People were talking about having me play it on Mondays after I beat Bioshock 2, so I might make that the next game I play, because it's a classic favorite amongst me, Lonnie, and James. Oh god, oh my god, they did not polish these car physics. It's better than Alone in the Dark, at least.
Well, the Darkness 2 is on Steam. Not the original Darkness.
I saw that, which is really weird, because like the Darkness, I would imagine the first one would get a port before the second one did, because I've mentioned the Darkness 2, and I've had a lot of people be like, I didn't know there was a Darkness 2.
Well, it's on the Microsoft Store, but is that like an actual PC version of that?
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF.
Because I saw one on the Microsoft Store, but it looks like Microsoft.
For kind of abandoning you to that looping
yes,
music
Darkness.
Night, but I was detained.
Yeah. It's the one where you can watch all of To Kill a
I encountered
Mockingbird.
a big shot G-man with an itchy trigger.
I would definitely, I would love to do that as a stream game for this night.
Now, folks,
word number, thank you. The Navajo chapter of Beyond Two Souls is literally when I stopped playing the game. And it takes a, like, people have seen the games I play. It takes a lot for me to stop playing a game.
Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here.
That is deep into the game. I don't remember. The thing is, I was like renting it from Redbox and playing it on and off with. I think I was actually playing it with Lonnie and James. I might have just been playing it at home, but I got all the way to that level, and that level was not only so bad, but like so like every awful thing about a David Cage game in one area that I just like gave up. I was like, this is like miserable to play. Maybe the problem is like I can't even be like, oh, maybe I'll do like a stream of it sometime. It's just like, hey, like let's play this like miserable game, because it's like it's also like not a game that's fun to make fun of, because there's like so many of the things that David Cage likes to put in his game. I would love to stream Until Dawn actually though with you two. Larger Birdie brought that up.
Well, Until Dawn is like.
Oh, Bro Champ, thank you.
Until Dawn is actually another good entry in the like games as TV and movies.
Drive off the bridge. You got it, Tire Demon.
I find Until Dawn is very dumb.
Yeah.
But it is fun.
The thing I always tell people about Until Dawn, and it's the reason why I like it, is because it much like how Alan Wake and Control games are written to do the tropey stuff of the pulp genres they're riffing on, Until Dawn is like nails the teen slasher horror film right down to the characters being right down to the characters being teenagers played by adults, but even though they're using computer technology to capture them, they don't age them down. they look like they are in their 20s.
That part, like, I remember it being so disorienting to me at first. And then I was like, oh yeah, now I get what they're going for. That's actually pretty fun. There's very, like, I remember watching it and finding that, like, it's one of those things where the twist actually...
Okay, so driving the car off the bridge didn't kill him, but jumping off of it killed him. Okay. Alright, I guess I'll accept that.
It was like... It's just that you can't expect that game to go anywhere. There's like a big twist, and it doesn't like... It doesn't actually accumulate in really anything. Like, but if you're expecting it to just be a slasher that kind of like goes nowhere, then and its big twist is not like really in the service of anything other than just being a twist.
Yeah.
Then you'll have a better time.
I think what I like about the twist in it is that because I've been playing it with my I was playing the game with my boyfriend. who had never played it and had had it for years. And so he kept being like, oh, is it just going to be this or that? And I was like, I can't say anything. And he's like, man, they're just like, he's like, what is going on? They're just going for everything in this game. And I was like, yeah, the twist is going to be that there's actually, that this game is like 5 different slasher films, and then 4 of them turn out to be fakes. Just turn out to be faking you out.
That part is pretty funny. Yeah, there's a lot.
Go in a big circle.
That's kind of like its bit is false flag horror premises.
Yeah. False flag horror premises.
I have to credit his product review, the first person to describe it as false flag.
It's a good way to describe it. Yeah, I really like that game, and actually, yeah, if we can figure out a way to do it, I would love to do a stream of it with y'all, because it is a great game for streaming.
Oh yeah. I actually streamed that game with Harris. Harris played it, and I was like watching along. I was mostly stopping it. And I made quite a bit of mispronouncing the word Wendigo.
Hey, it's like they say, when to go low, when to go high.
Shut up.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF-FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I already heard this. Detained. You see,
Yeah, Pat Main.
I encountered a big shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use it.
Man, that radio carries. Let's see if this car goes faster. When to go to the polls. So here's the thing about.
Okay, that's really good.
The thing that's funny about Man of Medan, whatever. The other games that they've made is that I didn't know it came out, and then when I was looking into the fact that it had come out, I also found out that it's had like a second chapter recently, which I also did not know about. Like that, like they're still trying to do episode by episode content with that. But, like, I don't know if they're just not good or if they're just doing a really bad job of advertising them.
Wait, I missed it. What was it again?
The other thing that the Until Dawn people made. The Until Dawn people made, like, another game.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I think a lot of people did say it was not great.
From the bits I've heard of it, it sounds like the big problem is that it's, like, they realized that people liked playing that game with their friends. So they tried to do like 4-player like Until Dawn. But like the reason people like playing that game is like because you and your friends are all yelling at each other. Or are all yelling at whoever has the controller.
Right, yeah. That's like I was
supposed
doing
to
a kind of like
in the main building. The coal mine was quiet.
The Yogg or Monster Prom. I wonder if that's what they were shooting for.
With Nightingale gone,
but yeah, it is where like sometimes the game is social because one person is in control and that you're again yelling.
Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger.
Yeah, no, like I think like
more drinking than thinking.
Games like David Cage games like Until Dawn are great for that because they are just a series of choices and like QuickTime events.
And it's not for anything good.
So it's great for just being like your friends freaking out and yelling or being like, no, do this or do that. And it's like it makes the sociability of watching a movie where you're all yelling at the screen telling the character what to do more fun because you actually are telling the character what to do.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I love that. Yeah, it's funny. There are some ways in which playing games are social merely by being games. They don't actually like.
Oh, there was a cutscene.
I didn't want to go outside.
I mean, there may be ways to make it more.
Cops had to be looking for me.
I think it would be like make it easier to stream or something like that. People would want to do it than that.
Oh yeah.
Different scenarios ran.
Oh, I wonder if there's like a Twitch plays until
tortured the
dawn.
kidnapper to get Alice back.
Oh my god, that'd be fun.
Things
Yeah.
he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive.
Oh my god, he looks in this shot. He looks like he's really tiny.
Yeah, he's in a dollhouse.
It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Damn, sounds like you got owned. Alan owned. Owned Wake.
Wake, where the hell are you? Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is?
No.
Big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around
You
by
want to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
Man, and I got these. I set these. I got these chairs all set up for us. You, my wife, the kidnapper.
I had to get to Mirror Peak.
Me on the way to Mirror Peak.
It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
Ooh, coffee. Was that a good noise? I mean, it could be. I guess we're not gonna know till we see. Ah, the door. I found the door switch. Oh shit! Shotgun ammo. Give me. I'm constantly like injuring myself with the physics in this game.
It's really good how you got attacked by that chair.
Like I just like run into like boards at like just the right angle that it like causes it to collide with something and collision detect
Thomas
damage
Zane
against
fell
me.
for Barbara Jagger. It happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life.
Oh, so this is the previous writer who lived in the cabin who disappeared. And Barbara Jagger is his wife, who is now the witch lady.
Sharp. She was his muse.
So there's writerception with writers inside of writers going crazy and losing their wives.
Yes, there's some sort of writer's curse, a writer's block, if you will. It's very funny that Detroit has the fandom it does, but it also makes absolutely perfect sense because it is exactly the kind of like no homo dude bro writing that a French man would make.
Right.
Which is, of course, candy to people who love the homo.
Right. There's nothing.
The people
more
who
than
say
no
yes, homo.
Dude writing that screams yes, homo.
Yeah. Is not a man entitled to the homo of the two men? No, says that.
Is a man not entitled to the homo of the man?
Is the man not entitled to the man of his brow?
Is not a Fujoshi entitled to the sexors of their Bishonen? No, says the man in the canon. It belongs to the authorial intent.
Oh my god. Really, this is a real legit everyone clapping moment.
Yeah.
I am standing up and clapping.
Welcome to Rapture, and the doors on the port side open up, and it's just a bunch of like drawings of like South Park characters as like hot 19-year-old anime boys.
Oh my god. What if though of Andrew Ryan wanted to create an underwater utopia so that he could ship in peace?
Honestly, if any Fujoshis are listening and are like, we're gonna make an off-site fandom space, call it Rapture.
to DashCon, where the artistry not being canceled.
Thank you, Bonnie. Fuck, now I'm actually debating, like, what if I just made a fandom forum called Rapture? Which is just like a Fujoshi safe space slash containment pen.
Everyone in Rapture is already craving Adam.
I support that.
I feel like much like Azeel, I'd be the perfect person to run it because I don't know anything about fandom. You could tell me whatever
think, like,
shit about. Yeah.
Like, there needs. What fandom needs is like. You just like need someone who has gay sex for real.
Yeah.
And doesn't know what you're talking about to like guide you through life a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
God
really
damn it!
need that.
Okay, well, it worked anyway. Oh fuck, there was another one in here. My favorite thing was that tweet I made where like I saw like a bunch of arguments from people who about Fujoshi shit, and I didn't know what it was about. I think Fire Emblem. And like the whole like, you know, the usual like MLM where they just say the phrase MLM, and I'm like, you don't know any gays.
Yeah.
And so like I was doing a bit about like those people like talking about Fujoshis and MLM versus searching their username for the phrase cis gay men.
Yeah.
And then I made a tweet of just trying to imagine going to a gay bar to tell people about how you're keeping them safe from the world of yaoi shippers or like Fire Emblem shippers or fucking whatever, then going into the bathroom and screaming when you see two pairs of feet in one stall. And like the Fujoshis found that tweet and were just like losing their fucking mind at it apparently.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what's like, it's important.
Thank you.
Like that is like ultimately that's what it comes down to is like that my horse, my cart in my horse in the race is like, I know which one of these two people says homophobic things, and it's not the person who is obsessed with cartoon characters kissing. Any other argument I don't care about.
I was reading all of your Mia's comics for the last year, and I did really appreciate the rereading Mia's hourlies.
Oh yeah.
Where there, yeah, it made me read the whole thing. But I like that one especially because you're doing your hourlies, and then in the middle of it, Smith saying like, "I didn't do hourlies because I was having gay." You're like,
oh yeah.
Yeah. Me. You played me like a fiddle. Completely odd.
I love her bit that like she refuses to draw hourlies herself, but insists that you put her in yours. Which is really glamorous.
That is so glam. It's her. It's her right.
What do? You gonna hit me? Boom. Can't do it. Fuck you. Oh fuck. Stop throwing shit at me. You guys are always fucking pulling shit out of your fucking ass. I hate it. What was I dodging there? Oh fuck.
Alan can't run any damn can take a hit from a lead pipe. That's really true.
Ah!
Yeah, it is true that you are technically killing real people.
I mean, I would argue that
Right.
they're already dead.
Yeah, you would argue, but what would what would a court of law argue? I guess.
I don't know.
I mean, it might
they'd have
be
to
a
catch me first.
They would have to catch you. I feel like I understand why Nightingale.
Why would
I mean-
Nightingale thinks that you're a threat?
Yeah, it's like because you are killing a lot of people with a gun. I guess you're also killing them with a flashlight, which he would have a really tough time exploiting.
Yeah. I mean, does that count as like assault with? Oh fuck! As assault with a deadly weapon? Whoa!
Shadow Demon defense. Only if you attack the cop with it, I guess.
Hey! Hey! These guys need to back off. Oh my god. If I shoot these things, will they? No, they're just empty red barrels. Come on. Come on, man.
Don't forget your lunchbox.
God, these guys have like fucking hella like dark on them. Fuck.
It's really cool that they managed to make this like there's so much of Alan Wake in Control.
Yeah.
In a really fun way. I like that they made it. It's quite a bit different, but also very.
They also tease
Very
a new upcoming
Oh yeah, that's right.
game with Alan Wake, which I'm very excited about and hope to hear more about.
Oh, really?
They have the Alan Wake DLC, and at the end of it, there's like a bit that's like, oh, that's weird. We got a ticker of another event that happened in Bright Falls, but the date is set to like 2022 or something like that, and it's like that can't be right. It must be a mistake. So the implication is that like a game is coming out in 2022. They might have even said 2021, but I'm pretty sure it was 2022 because I was like, oh shit, that's like 2 years from now. Well, fuck.
Man, the lighting does look really good in these scenes.
What? Come on, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
These guys are fucking whooping me. Oh, okay.
Yes, also known as Fujyoshi.
Did I get them all? Okay. Man, I forget how hard this game can get sometimes. What does this say? Trust no one in the dark. Well, okay. Now you tell me. I think Steven Universe is real and I base my morals on it. There was like some thread I saw that was about like, oh, we need like more queer media like with like adult morals. I'm kind of tired of the whole like ooh small bean where every like, you know, like I want complicated characters and stuff. And like 5 or like at least 5 of the top comments were just like, have you seen She-Ra?
Yeah, there was like live action exists.
Like
you
literally
can
not
watch-
even recommending a bad like gay TV show of adults. Just straight to another
Right.
cartoon for children.
Right, it's
Some had
like
taken retained
you
echoes of their
could turn on
selves,
HBO and
but
watch
these were
Euphoria
just the
right
nerve twitches
now.
of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell
For real?
covered and filled with darkness. In most
You
cases,
can
these
go
puppets
to
were enough for the
google.com
purposes of the
and
dark
type in
presence.
Gregor Aki
But for
and
anything
just
more
click
elaborate
anything that comes up.
It was different.
Yeah, literally
It needed his mind.
anything.
And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
Thank you, mutant eggs. Why don't you shear
Yeah,
out
these-
these? Got him.
Nichijou is really, really good. Nichijou is shockingly good.
Nichijou is honestly kicks ass. It's so great. It has like, it's one of the few, like, there's a lot of anime that I find very like pleasant and warm and funny.
Yeah.
But like Nichijou is maybe the only one that I've actually like laughed out loud at.
I was about to say,
Just because
Nichijou is like the first anime I can think of that like actually has made me fucking like lose my shit laughing.
Like it just has real like it. I feel like the timing is just not on for like a lot of shows, but it is the timing is impeccable.
There was no way the
and I think
flashbang
like
grenades were
timing,
standard power company equipment.
like wordplay like is just it doesn't translate well at all. But like obviously things like timing do. So that might be the reason why Nichijou is like particularly funny to us, but like it's really
I think it's also because like Nichijou also doesn't have a lot of like just pun-based humor or like humor that's like super specific to like Japanese culture.
Yeah.
Which is a problem that like a lot of like Japanese comedy shows have. And I mean it's like it's not like, you know, Simpsons also has a very specific fandom in Japan because the comedy doesn't really translate over because it's a lot of very American humor and very American like culture reference points.
Right, exactly. I think like Pop Team Epic is perhaps as like inscrutable in its original language as it is in.
Yeah. Like that's what's great with Pop Team Epic is that it's really hard sometimes to tell if the joke is like not translated correctly, hard to translate, or if the joke is that insane. I remember the day somebody explained the chicken or beef joke, and I realized that I had just accepted that she was mad about chicken or beef. Like, I was just like, yeah, no, it makes sense that her character would be like, oh, are you asking me to make a decision? Fuck you, I'm gonna kill you. Hey, come on, dude, don't push me. What the fuck?
Hey, no shoving.
Best game based off of a movie? Fuck. King Arthur for the GameCube. No. I'm trying to think what are like good movie tie-in games.
Well, maybe Riddick. That is, and that is Starbreeze, right? Or yeah.
I stared through the bars of the jail cell.
Wait, what's
Barry
the real
stood
joke?
behind me,
Yeah, so
swaying
it's
on his
it's
feet,
not just that
looking
they
as
offered her
ill as I
beef and she
felt.
took it as a threat of
Agent
starting
Nightingale
beef,
stood
but
on
they're
the other
also
side of the
asking her
bars with Sheriff
chicken,
Breaker.
as in it's like, are
Nightingale
you
had
like,
a stack
hey,
of
are you gonna
manuscript pages
beef
in
or
his
are you
hand.
gonna chicken out?
He seemed
That's the
unhinged as he
joke.
gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler.
But the
It's
humor of
all
Nietzsche
here.
of
All the
Pop Team
evidence,
Epic is
including
such that it's
conspiracy
like
to murder
you just
a
assume like,
veteran
yeah, of
agent.
course she would start a fight over that, over being asked
Yeah.
to chicken or beef.
I mean, like, yeah, with Pop Team Epic, if she was just offered, if somebody just offered her a plate of food and she wanted to fight them, I would be like, oh yeah, that's kind of how the logic of the show goes.
Wait, Jim never has a second cup of coffee is a reference?
Oh yeah, it is.
To what?
There was an advertisement like way back in the day for like some sort of instant coffee brand, and it was like this woman's husband like asked for a second cup of coffee, and she's like, Jim never asked for a second cup of coffee at home, to like show that this is good cup of coffee, that this is better coffee than she serves this fucking horrible shrew of a wife, and she better buy this new coffee brand immediately if she wants her husband to keep loving her.
That is the big secret of Airplane, that Big Zucks, because it's made by the Zucker brothers, have been hiding all these years, is that Airplane has gotten funnier with time because it actually wasn't funny originally, because it was just a bunch of parody scenes.
Right, now that it is surrealist humor, it's actually very like, it's perfect for Zoomers.
Yeah, it's become super funny, and it became super funny when I watched it because it just seems like non sequiturs and absurdist humor. But it's actually like all of like it's a parody of like this series of movies called like the Airport series, which are like disaster movies, and a bunch of the jokes in Airplane are just references to that movie and like parodies of those scenes. Like it's exactly like what Scary Movie was.
Right, it is like a proto Scary Movie, and it is very funny because it, like, perhaps unlike Scary Movie, Airplane is like way more well known than anything that it's parodying.
Yeah.
Although there is a lot of just like outright nonsense humor in it as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like it still has that humor, but it's like some of the best jokes in that film are such because they're references to scenes from a movie series that like you've like never fucking seen or heard of. But that does I will say partially make like some of the Scary Movie series stuff really funny, because some of the jokes in that have like aged just nonsensically.
Right, yeah. I remember like I only know that particular thing because my parents explained to it when I watched Airplane with them as like a child.
Okay.
And I would have never known, like, because it was like that joke was ancient.
Yeah.
By the time I watched it. So.
Yeah, no, that was one of those things where it's like I just assumed it was a non sequitur.
Yeah.
I still think the cocking the shovel like a shotgun gag. Yeah, like there's jokes in the Scary Movie series that work. That one works. My top favorite joke from the Scary Movie series is just a joke about one of the editing like choices in The Ring, where it's Anna Faris looking up the lighthouse that she's going to, like in The Ring, and then the foghorn from the next scene starts to play, because in The Ring it's like you hear the foghorn noise and then it cuts to the boat that like the ferry she's taking, and in The Ring the joke is that the foghorn goes off and Anna Faris like jumps and like reacts as if she heard the foghorn. And it's just such a like she just has like really good comedic timing, honestly, is what it comes down to.
Yeah, sometimes that's all what
I had no real plan.
Justice for Anna Faris. She needs to. I wish she got to do more comedy. She's really good at it.
If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Oh hell yeah. No. No, leave me alone. Oh, hell yeah, I got 2 guys with that gun. Alright, is there anything over here that I...
Yeah, have we actually
What?
had a parody movie?
Not in like a long time. At least
I'm like, does comedy exist anymore?
No.
I mean, at least like, I feel like in some ways no. In other ways, it's like, I can't imagine any like SNL or like movie that's even like half as funny as any like TikTok that I have been forced to look at by one of my friends.
I will say that's absolutely part of it, is that we now have like YouTube and TikTok for parodies.
Right, yeah, that's right. Like, you don't have to like go. Imagine like paying $15 and sitting in a theater to see a parody of something.
I was actually about to
or
say.
Waiting for SNL every week.
I was about to say, and Harney B beat me to it. There was the Haunted House movie 1 and 2 by one of the Wayans brothers, which is a parody of like haunted house movies like Conjuring and Paranormal Activity and Annabelle. He has sex with the Annabelle doll at one point. It's really stupid. I haven't watched them much. I've watched like a few scenes of them.
Wow, what it's really.
The dark presence was
moving
photos of like the Annabelle doll with huge jugs came from.
Yes, it came from a haunted house. That's why I've seen that scene.
I just solved a cold case.
That's literally why I've seen that scene, is because I was like, where the fuck did this shot of Annabelle with giant jugs come from? Because I was like, it's way too on model.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Also, I fucking finished my 2020 sketchbook collection, so I'm dropping the link in chat.
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh shit.
It's
getting it straight from the
that type
top.
of posted that I'm just like, I have bought this PDF. So hard the past few days that I'm just posting it now.
Let's get direct.
Got him. Got his ass. Man, this game really makes you fucking fight. Have you played the Peter Jackson King Kong game? Oh shit, I haven't. I should though. We got a mod poll redeemed though. What should the mod poll be?
Is this a poll of the mods?
Well, it's a poll that the mods make up. So it can be like something related to the stream. It can be like getting the thing's opinion. Oh, good night, Ledger Birdie.
Would you rather smash Annabelle, the boy, or Jigsaw?
Okay. Actually, you know what's sad is I could probably name a few more puppets. Let me. Get
add some more puppets.
All right. Who would you smash?
Would you smash?
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Would you hit? Would hit is just gonna be the question.
Would hit.
So we got Annabelle, the boy, Slappy from Goosebumps, Jigsaw, and Chucky. Oh, and Chucky and Tiffany, the Jennifer Tilly doll. So you have to have a threesome with them.
Oh my god, Jay! I fucking finally watched Bound.
Oh shit! Yes, we have to. I actually have to watch that for Film Critters. I'm pretty sure that's the one that won.
It's so good. Wait, oh my god! I didn't realize you were gonna watch. Oh, did that win the poll?
I'm pretty sure that's the one that won the poll. Yeah. Wait, where's,
okay, sick.
Where's the poll I just made? Did that go live?
Yes, it went live.
Where is it? It's not showing up for me. Oh my god,
I do think
this format is terrible.
I do think putting the Jennifer Tilly doll in this is really skewed the results immediately.
Yeah. I can't even see where the poll went. The poll's no longer on my screen. I'm so upset. I guess I'll just pop out the. No, that is not what I wanted.
Tiffany are a really significant lead at 8. Jigsaw is second place at 4. We got 2 for Slappy from Goosebumps and 1 vote for the boy. 0 for Annabelle.
Okay.
Okay, interesting, Addie. Yeah.
Good lord.
Yeah, it's true. You're like unicorn. Anyway, Jennifer Tilly in Bound. Her breathy, like Anna Nicole Smith, like hyper femme affect is so good. It's unbelievable.
Okay, I'm gonna
breathtaking.
I'm gonna run an ad real quick. And then when I come back, I'm gonna try.
Bounce is very cute. That's the thing.
I'm gonna see if I can figure this out. My chat thing.
The boy is like a boy. Yeah, unfortunately, Bronson can't because he's
Bronson,
not the hunted doll.
The man behind the doll is an adult man.
Behind
the man behind
the doll.
Most of these are child puppets, and this
Yeah,
pole is
Jesus. All right, I'm gonna run a quick 30-second break. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, check into. All right, I see that now.
Good lord.
It's just us and the subscriber. One subscriber.
Just us and the puppet. Age of the
guys will literally live in the walls in ratty clothes instead of going to therapy.
I'm losing brain cells at frankly alarming rate.
Wait, what?
I said I was losing brain cells at an alarming rate.
Yeah.
Due to this
Yeah, they're leaving quickly.
incredible Paul.
Oh my god, Bo, you were watching it too. Oh my god, Jennifer Tilly is unbelievable. Just unbelievably hot. Just amazing. I was honestly very touched by Bound. It's such a perfect, just over the top cartoon butch femme thing that I found really earnest and sweet.
Oh, that's good. Wait, what is this?
What?
What is this?
Bound is it's like a lesbian mob thriller
Wow,
that
that
the Wachowskis
sounds
made before The Matrix.
Oh, dang. Oh
Um,
man, I feel like I had
it's great.
heard of this.
Gina Gershon is the butch. Her name's Corky. She looks really hot. It's kind of silly. She looks amazing though, and they have a really hilariously cartoony gaze on her that is 100% accurate. She literally is a sexy butch bimbo.
That sounds great. I love that.
She there's a scene where she goes to some leather bar and sits down next to this femme to try to put moves on her, but Gina Gershon, the actor, cannot stop staring at this woman's breasts the entire time.
Damn, that's really amazing. That's so good.
It's really good. My only complaint is that it's about these so it's this butch femme couple that the femme is
All right, I'm back.
married to a guy in the mob, a guy who is also an actor in The Sopranos. I plays my least favorite character in The Sopranos, but he's good in this movie. And it's them trying to steal money from the mob and run away and start a new life together, but the middle middle Oreo cream of it is the butch being literally bound and gagged, and the femme playing mind games with a bunch of mob men trying to trick them out of that situation. Also, it was Joe Pantoliano, I think, the guy who plays Ralphie. It's great. He's really, really good in Bound.
The place was dead, a ghost town.
God, I really
decades,
need to see.
Maybe a century.
It's so fun. It's honestly
Whoa.
it might actually be my. I feel like it's a dumb answer, but it might be. I don't know if I love it more than Speed Racer, but I haven't watched Speed Racer since I was in high school.
God,
I guess I'll have to
Racer
double feature them
kick
because I've
ass.
never seen Speed Racer, which I know.
You should watch Speed Racer.
It's
You're a butch fan, honestly. They just get that they have always really inherently understood the butch femme heterosexual camp flirtation, and it's very hot in that. is Jennifer Tilly just like circles around her like a shark.
Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction.
I think my favorite thing about her being
I'd
in
lost
that
count of the times
is
I
also
wished
that
there'd be a
when she
clear
appeared
reason for my
later in
writer's
the
block. Something to fight,
Chucky series
something
as
to lash
herself,
out on.
people just
There
constantly were
I was
referencing
filled with
Bound.
doubt.
They were like, "Oh
I
yeah,
was
you play
nothing
that
like the
lesbian
hero
in
in the
Bound."
shows.
Like that's the
Casey had
only
gone
role
through his life
anybody
with
knows her
single-minded
from.
Determination,
Oh my
never
God.
wavering from
Well,
his
she's
goal.
she's like
Even now,
amazing in
I was
it.
angry
Like
at
she's
myself,
so good.
angry at Alice, angry at Barry. I was
Um,
fumbling and I had no
Yeah,
plan.
Speed Racer is just amazing because it's like they figured out how to make a live action cartoon, and they really just did that.
Oh yeah, I've heard nothing
Like-
but good about it. I've heard it's like just great as like film as a visual feast, like understanding
really-
film as visual feasting.
And it's like, I think especially now where every movie that is like, it irritates me to no end. I'll complain about this every chance I get.
Yeah.
That like every like movie made based on a comic book is like this gray paste where everything has to have this kind of like saturated gunmetal tint to it, that looks like just looks so boring and unimaginative because it's scared of looking like colorful and cartoonish. And people like panned Speed Racer at the time because it dared to look like anything at all.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it is so good at looking like it's just like beautifully what it is. Damn, this shit is very Control. He's freaking out.
Oh yeah, I know.
Boss
Like
is really trying
there's
to
a reason
kill us.
why like I've always described Control is basically like they finally understood, or it's like they took a lot of the things about Alan Wake that made Alan Wake such a charming game, and they like refined it so much for Control. So that's why like, and it's funny because like I was like kind of interested in Control, but when they announced that they were doing Alan Wake DLC, literally I bought Control that day. I bought it that day with the DLC so that I would get it the second it came out. And then I loved Control.
Like, it's so good, like, because even like some of their creepy effects and stuff like this, I love this, like, keep a light on this refrigerator so it doesn't fucking kill you. This is a really cool sequence.
Yeah, but you also have to
but
like
it is-
be dodging it, so it's this weird thing of like both dodging and also like keeping a flashlight on it.
Right, this kind of like balance. It's like you are playing to shoot 'em up right now.
Yeah.
But what I really like is that they were like, oh wait, what if you were the one who could throw shit? Like, just seeing this scene, I'm like, I could see the gears turning.
In the last stream, I remember someone was talking. I think it was GG Signal maybe, about how like the people who like do the lighting effects for their games have done like a lot of speeches about like basically how much fun it is working on these games. Fuck. Because like they just constantly get to be creating weird visual effects.
I should look those up because I've been watching GDC talk while riding my bicycle in the mornings. I have a trainer for my bike.
Oh, okay.
So it just turns it into a stationary. But yeah, I've not been actually riding my bike outside. I'll try to watch GDC.
That's why I was like, oh, that's really impressive.
Yeah, that's the no.
Oh.
It's a trainer. Although a lot of those things you can kind of look at, like, you know, people have. Sometimes slides are more important than not. So I don't like to listen to things when I'm riding my bike. She's scary to me.
I do like how Remedy uses lighting for more than like the Valve school of utilitarian. Just light where their player is supposed to go. Yeah. I also like how they can make an area feel like a real area because of it, while also still like they're kind of being a bit of a rail telling you where you're supposed to go.
Yeah, definitely. I actually just was watching this talk by I like finished it this morning, more or less. But it was someone from that game company. It was like I think it was about Journey.
Yeah.
But it was just about the camera in Journey, and so he was just like going on all of the things that they did to make a camera. And I don't think like Journey is not like necessarily a super camera intensive game, but there's not a lot of people who like go and talk about like, here are all of the things that like a camera in a third person game has to do.
Yeah.
And here's all the way that it works. And here's every mistake that can go wrong. And here's the ways in which like we solved it. And I don't know, it was like, it made me, now I'm like, I love talks like that where I'm like, now when I look at every game, I'm gonna like think about that. And I'm gonna think about what the camera's doing and why.
Yeah.
Like, cause like you don't, cause one of the first things that he talked about was like, you only think about a camera usually when it is being awful. So the fact that if you're playing a game and you're not thinking about the camera ever, then that actually probably means that the camera is doing like a ton of stuff. It's doing like so much work to make it seem natural.
I needed a key for the door.
I love just the use of the passive voice there. Like
I needed a key for the door.
Every other game it would be like, oh, I need to get like I need to find a key, but there it's I needed a key for the door.
Because he was like, it was like, I couldn't keep on running into the door and hitting the B button like some sort of idiot.
I must. God, there's got to be a key around here. I wonder if I can find a key. Whoa! What was that? Ah, fuck. I want to redo it again now. Oh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can kind of do it again.
Whoa, creepy. You are cheered.
I really do see the through line from Control, or to Control from here.
Right?
Anything outside of riding is a struggle. I feel ill.
Put your hands up,
to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from.
You know who'd be a
Magic
great
Lake,
collab?
using his powers to shape the world of
Remedy and
realm of
Alan
gods
Resnick.
and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a
God.
chance.
Or like
to
the, or just like the Wham City, the Wham City comedy
Alan
crew.
Resnick game.
Zane writes about himself.
I would give
his girlfriend being
anything for an
taken
Alan
over by a
Resnick
dark
game.
presence. About growing scared of
Like,
light.
I want-
His world is
Zane
so
believes it's a
off-putting and
mirror to the gaping
disgusting.
void of
Right?
darkness
They're so
above, or
horrifying.
some
They'd be perfect for
Lovecraftian
like
presence.
Remedy would be perfect to
I
bring
call
that to
Rick
life.
upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
Oh, that's really interesting. I should play Mega Man Legends. And it has gone there. That's pretty interesting, right? Because it's like, yeah, he talks about it in this talk, but basically, like, one of the things you do is you kind of like open something up to be a diorama. And so it sounds like that's what it has it essentially do that transition the camera to like diorama mode when you enter spaces, which is a nice trick.
Is the mic picking up Mishka purring?
I don't think so.
She's headbutting the mic now, so I'm going to...
I can hear that, yeah. Do you think they modeled the real guy after Alan Wake, or do you think Alan Wake is modeled after the guy? I think they modeled the character after the actor that they have play them. And I think usually it's the same voice actor too. Because like Jesse Faden from Control is also in Quantum Break. And she plays a completely different character, but it's like she's just like somebody who works at Remedy. I assume as an actor or actress, but like she might also just like work in some other department, and they just have her on for that.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
Oh, Dr. Darling is the voice actor for him? Oh, that's wild.
Oh, that makes sense. The voice actor isn't the facial actor. Okay, I figured that because like you can see, you can tell that the guy that when Alan Wake the face actor is also in the FMVs, you can tell that it's not him talking ever. But yeah, no, you're totally right. Like, now that you've pointed it out, it's like, fuck, I can hear it. I can't believe I didn't make that connection while playing Control.
Birds.
That feel when you see birds.
Doctor, yeah, I can tell, but it's got a good range. Yeah, Doctor. I love Doc. Yeah, I can only say Dr. Darling. Dr. Darling is so great.
I love the weird music video you find of him in that game. Like near the end game.
Oh, it's so good.
Best shit in the entire world. I lost my mind when that happened.
It's so funny. It's such a good bit.
So good. You still like Dr. Darling gets progressively sexier as that game went on, and so when that happened, I was totally ready to lose my shit.
Haha! Expert technique. I have dodged the birds once again. I love that video. I still never beat the one side quest you can get where you have to like where you're like on a moving rail car fighting a camera, but it puts you in like an 80s action movie.
Whoa! I haven't played all of the DLC or side quests though. I should get on that.
It's you find the camera that is teased about in some of the tapes where like you find the nerd who does the like reviews of like movies and like they sound like creepypasta movies.
Yeah.
You find one of the, I think it's in the DLC. One of them is like the camera. The camera is the cursed item that causes the movies. And so you have to control that, and you're basically just like, it's just like a platform, like you're on a moving platform, but it's like blasting 80s music, and it's like super neon colored, and it like starts up with like a title drop, like Jesse Faden in Out of Control or something like that.
So good.
It's really funny.
Alice?
Alice?
I'm losing it. I gotta get out of here.
Oh, there's the lake. Oh, don't! I was like trying to like not jump into the. I literally was trying to turn to jump back, and he just jumped forward.
Oh,
main story page.
The hunters were
time to jump in the lake.
men, confident and at home in the woods. They were feeling good, running on beer, ghost stories, and camaraderie late into the night. It did them no good, as they were taken by the dark presence, sucked deep into a darkness far worse than any ghost story they ever told or heard.
Implying sucked. They were sucked off by the darkness. If they did porn parody games at this time when it came out, it could be called Alan Wank.
I like that one.
And his motivation would be like, I gotta fuck my wife.
My in the lake wake wife.
My wife, my wake wife, my in the lake wake wife. I love that.
Delightful. Just delightful.
Oh my god.
Another collab I would love to see, Tim Heidecker in a video game of any kind.
Oh my god, that's a really good one.
I'm imagining Tim Heidecker like collaborating with people to make like a video game like Darkseid, but with himself as the protagonist.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, I'm looking for a key. It's about 2 pixels wide. If you see it, let me know. 2 pixels, huh? It's gonna take a lot of digging to find that key.
Even behind the closed doors and curtains of his grimy room at the Majestic.
Or yeah, Decker is a Gears of War clone.
Nightingale could feel the
Oh my
lover's
god,
eyes
if
on
he
her,
just like
the
showed up
unrelenting
and got
pressure
like
of their
killed
judgment.
at the beginning of the
He
Gears
forced it out of his
game,
mind.
I would love
For all
that.
he knew, they could all be
I mean,
under
he would
Rick's
do
spell
really
already.
well in
You
like
do what
a
you have
role
to do to get the
exactly
job
like
done.
in Us,
He took comfort
where
in the
he's
bottle in his
like,
hand.
oh my god,
Lazy
like
thought. Just let
whoever
me get through this.
you're like agent in this game, like that would be a great role for him. I would love to see him as your Polly or whoever that dude was.
Oh yeah. God.
He'd be a good like sidekick or like, you know, navigator type person.
I'm really excited to see if he gets more roles after Us, because he was upsettingly phenomenal in that movie. really demonstrating that the line between comedy and horror is razor thin.
Oh my god.
Ah! Oh, hey, check this out. Boom. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Get shot in the fucking head, that's what you're gonna do.
Oh, boo-hoo. It's really light out.
Ah!
Tim Heidecker is the one dude who remains skeptical despite the very obviously supernatural shit.
Oh, absolutely.
The people who are like, if Tim Heidecker was like one of the randos you found in Dexter, that would be really funny.
Was there ever a Dexter PC game? I don't know why I'm thinking that now, but I'm like, I feel like Dexter had to have had a PC game tie-in, right? Like Dexter, the one with what's his name? The one where he's like a serial killer, not like Dexter's.
Yeah, not Dexter's Lab or Dexter Douglas Nerd Computer Ace.
Yeah.
God, I feel like, yeah.
Like that feels like it would be exactly from that era of like PC games where they just got like weird. Yeah, there is. Okay, perfect. Let me look at this.
Oh yeah, Dexter the game too.
Oh, there's no way that's the cover art. Metacritic. That's it. That's Dexter the game. That's what it looks. Ooh.
What? No way. Oh my god.
It has an IGN
even...
listing.
Did they? Were they? Is this not licensed? What if this is this maybe not licensed? Because he does look like How to Draw Comics.
I think it's like an app store game.
Drawings.
According to IGN, it looks like it might be an app store game. Microsoft Windows, iOS, Mac OS. Yeah, it's a part of the famed app game. So that's probably why the art for the cover looks like that. But I'm looking at the like.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking at like screenshots from it.
It was released. Wow, it was released for iOS in 2010.
I'm laughing at this one right here. Just go wherever your dark passenger takes you in an open world Miami.
Oh man.
Man, I love games.
When you have to write back of box copies. Oof.
Oof.
I think I know what I'm gonna do for one of my next short game streams. Okay, back to the game I'm playing already. These 3D home designer environments.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on.
Uh-oh, looks
Maybe
like
machinery could help me with that.
Here's where you can tell where they ran into the budgeting and restraint problems is that there's a fucking platforming puzzle.
Oh man. Gotta increase that length.
Here comes that runtime. Rev up them platform puzzles. on Tasty for an extra hour of gameplay. I think one of my favorite things I learned about the development of Singularity when I was playing it is that like one of the developers was like, a lot of people are like, this game seems like it's just like, oh, they stole this from BioShock, and the answer is yes, we did.
So true.
And he's like, we didn't have the time to make to make what we wanted to make, so we had to consolidate all these plot points we wanted to do into audio logs because it worked in BioShock.
Sometimes that's what you gotta do. Like, one thing that is like people. Like, in the same review, someone will say,
I'd have to make
there's
my
some
way
really
up this
long,
mine
tedious
shaft in order to
puzzles
go
that
on.
don't make any
Maybe the
sense.
machine
And then
could help me
they'll
with that.
also say, it ran at an like, at around 20 hours. It feels like a good length for a $60 video game. And
Yeah.
it's like,
I wonder why there's so much padding.
It's like, ha.
What
Because
is Mark
you
Echo?
can't put two and two together.
It's really just like I have said it many times on the stream, and I will continue to say it. I think games should be about 10 hours max.
Yeah, it's absolutely the case.
Like, you can get away, like a Yoko Taro game can get away with 40 hours because there's actually like purpose to it being 40 hours of content.
It is wasting your time on purpose.
Yeah, I don't need fucking 40 hours of driving around a city in Grand Theft Auto. I don't need most games to be Breath of the Wild length because Breath of the Wild is too long.
Indeed.
I don't got time to play Breath of the Wild all the time. Because when that game came out, I did play like 100 hours of it, and that was like, well, there it is, the one game I'm gonna do this with for the next probably 2 years.
Right.
And I think Death Stranding was maybe the next one after that, but I did only play Death Stranding like 2 years after it came out because I was like, I'm not playing another game that's that long.
Great. This is so awesome. I think. Like, God, this like past last year was like not a year where I touched a Breath of the Wild or an MMO or anything like that. Like, I just played Dark Souls and Guilty Gear. That was it. Those are the only games that I played.
Those are the only games you need.
The only games that I need, but it was like a real, like, I am playing games with friends, and I'm playing stuff over and over that I know and am familiar for any sort of foothold in reality. That's been the mood that I've been in. And the games that have not been those that I've played have been generally like shorter ones. Yeah, 2 sittings or forever is kind of, like what my optimal length would be. Like,
did I?
Oh,
did the game punish me?
Is it doing some creepy shit?
I feel like I'm playing. No, I think I was supposed to knock that ladder down, and I didn't, because I tried to climb it. But it tricked me into thinking that it was I thought it was a ladder that would go up somewhere, but I had to go behind it. That's how I solved the puzzle of this area.
Fiendish.
Oh no, go down. Got that. Okay, but yeah, I have been like playing games more, but it's all games where I'm like, this game better take maximum 10 hours to beat.
Yeah.
And when games start taking longer than that, I just end up not finishing them in quarantine. But besides Death Stranding, which is like the last one I played that was super long, and that was at the start of quarantine.
Right, it's like I keep on having these problems where if I like lose momentum on it, then it's just like it just doesn't happen. Like
there's so many older games. It's hard to care about newer games because I'm like, why care about newer games when I have older games?
There's a lot of really good older games. 13 Sentinels. So I did not finish it yet, but I really liked the amount that I played. But that's the thing, is that it's just like, I mean, I hate playing anything on my. I might legitimately get that game again because I'm starting to loathe playing games on my PlayStation 4 because it does. Every single time I do, I feel like it's trying to blast off.
Is it doing that? Is it doing that planned obsolescence thing where it detected that there was a new console out and just started going?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be fair to it, it's been that way for quite a while. But my other Sony consoles have not betrayed me in such a way.
Brought the hammer down with all his might.
Anyways,
we're on a comeback tour, baby.
The teaser.
Yeah, so even though I got it, I was like, I know that they might release this for PC, but I don't. But I want to play it now. I haven't played it now, and I would rather have it on PC. So more's the fool of me.
I'm thinking of like I had picked up Disco Elysium and I didn't get through it all the way. I'm thinking I might go back to it once it's on the Nintendo Switch with the fully voice acting. Because I assume it's also going to get pushed like out on Steam with the full voice acting.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like it would be something... Because like I really liked that game, but it was a thing where I kept being like, oh, I'm going to go pick it up and pick it back up. And then I think about like, oh, I'm going to have to do a lot of reading, huh? So now that I don't, I'm like, oh, you know, maybe I'll just wait till the voice acting version comes out.
Yeah. That is true. Voice acting... Voice acting, that's the thing. It's just, no. I like play games. I'm often playing games with sound off or with like music playing.
Yeah.
But so I don't actually like notice voice acting as much. I also tend to like read very quickly, so I sometimes don't like have the patience. But I know that I'm actually kind of an exception, and that is definitely not how like a lot of people like to experience games. So
I mean, I will. It varies for me. I've been playing this Silent Hill fan game. Insane sentence, I know. But I've just been like watching movies while I do it, because it's like, okay, you're kind of jacking the audio from the Silent Hill games. I don't need to hear that your character talks like once every like hour. Like I don't really need to be like hearing that much. So I can just.
You can just let it wash over you.
Yeah, I could just play a different, like watch a movie and pause the movie if there's anything I need to listen to. And I've done that with like Hollow Knight too, where like I'll just watch a movie while I'm playing Hollow Knight. And it's usually like very like, you know, like dumb slashers or horrors, like stuff where it's like I'm not losing anything by watching this.
Yeah, it could be nice. Like I haven't had this experience in a while, mostly because I've been playing games with people. But I was playing a single player game that was like passively engaging. I would listen to a podcast during it. I used to do that when I played Destiny.
That's how I got Conspiracy Pilled, because I listened to a bunch of conspiracy podcasts while playing Death Stranding.
Oh my God. That's quite an environment.
Yeah. I've also, like, because I hacked my 3DS recently, I've been playing Pokemon, like, when I watch movies with my boyfriend a lot of times. Which is nice. Pokemon's, like, a great, like, I'm just gonna put this on the side kind of game.
Oh, yeah, that is fun. Yeah. Kind of gentle one. God, I was playing Disgaea over Christmas.
Ooh.
One of the I guess the most recent one. So I think it had been out for a while, and it was on Switch because I really wanted to like kind of zone out, and enjoy some like it's so refreshingly the exact same game that it was. Like we still have like 90s anime rom-com humor, very dumb jokes, colorful numbers go up at an incredible rate.
Is that what they put on the box art? Colorful numbers go up at an incredible rate.
Yeah, it would be. If I was writing box art copy for it, I would say that is those exact words. Like, that's like the best description of it too. Like, you can make the numbers go up even. It's like an RPG of like Cookie Clicker in a lot of ways. I feel like it's like it's a game that appeals to your like. It's a game that like makes you feel like you're breaking it when that's like the entire purpose of the game. Is for you just to find like ways to make the numbers go up exponentially, and kind of like cheat in order to do it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And make the numbers go as high as you possibly can.
I'm just imagining this all as like box art, like slug. It's just like make the numbers go up as high as you possibly can, and then like the picture on the like the gameplay sample on the box is like a close up of like a character sprite with like 9,999.
That's like very close to what the box art actually looks like. They'll say like, and they'll be like, this new game, we've invented an even higher number.
Yeah.
And you can go to that number too. Like,
we are using the full Blu-ray capabilities of this hardware to display as many numbers as possible.
You won't believe the numbers that we've come up with. We think you'll find them quite
We ask scientists to invent new numbers for us, just to put in this game.
We've consulted with mathematicians at MIT, and I think you'll find that the numbers we've come up with this installment are some of the highest known.
So for this game, we decided to take things in a different direction. You can actually go so high in the numbers that you start going backwards and getting negative numbers.
Yeah, we actually have an integer loop. You gotta watch out for that one. I do think it's hard. Stephen was like, I zoned out. Are you talking about Disgaea? What gave it away?
Immediately knew what we're talking about.
They have anything to do with the fact that we were talking
all
about
of Stucky's rental cabins.
Like, I love that some of these guys are just hammer bros and just throw fucking tools at you.
Of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge.
There is that. I hear good things about that Stephen King podcast.
The boss.
Since we've been talking about Alan Wake, the one that Cameron Kunzelman and.
Oh shit! I didn't know about that.
Wait. Is it a Stephen King hosted podcast or a podcast about Stephen King's books?
It's a podcast about Stephen King books.
What's it called?
Just King Things.
They should have called it Go Off King. Just my opinion.
What a better.
Just King Things. I'm adding it to my podcast.
Made out of folk memes and shit. Oh my god! I equipped a weapon called an axe on Titan in Disgaea, and I was like, you're still trying after all these years.
Oh, this sounds great. Just them reading all of his books in order is such an insane concept. Okay, I'm subscribing. Yeah. I'm gonna listen at some point.
Yeah, it sounds like it and. Like I've been seeing people link clips from it, and it sounds really good. It's a really good one. from whatever the fucking vampire one is, Salem's Lot, I think. Like they just like read out this exchange between two people, and it was pretty hysterical.
Man, I actually really want to read more Stephen King after reading It, because like the thing that's great about It is that you read it and you realize that Stephen King is fucking insane.
I think it's like really good to do stuff like that because you don't have to be afraid as an artist.
Yeah.
Like you think you do, but Stephen King has written a lot of shit.
And like even in his books, because like It has some like great stuff in it, but even in like books of his that are really great and have great moments, there's still just like the obviously the turtle shit people know, but even amongst Tom. You talk to me, Tom. You talk to me on TV. CM plus TZ, so that's Thomas Zane. Whoever's been leaving these notes is obsessed with Tom.
Oh shit!
I curse you, Thomas Zane.
Whoa.
I miss you, Tom. Did you write
Tom?
this?
Or do they hate Tom? Fuck.
Now that's environmental storytelling.
Why is Dan Savage posting furry porn?
I'm sorry, what?
Message.
What furry porn is he posting? Also, listen, I need a link to this so that I can see A, why, and B, what his taste is. Because there was that time they put Spooky Doo in like the Advocate, and I was like, come on, man. That artist is the one you're gonna highlight from furry?
He drew a sexy deer. Or he didn't draw. He did not draw. It was really as a furry porn artist.
Oh my god, it's Spooky Doo too. It's literally the exact artist that I just mentioned.
Oh my god.
What is it about this artist that like normie gay dudes like love his furry shit? Sorry, I can't believe that I said that and then clicked it and that's what it was. I wonder how long has he been the fake Dan Savage on Twitter anyway?
I feel like that's always been his name.
Okay. Because I was like, I wonder if he caught on to the bit I've been doing where every time like a new social media platform drops, I always register on it as either the real or official Dan Savage.
It would be so funny if you just scooped him on every platform.
Yeah. The reply where he's like, Dan, are you a furry? And he's like, I'm not, but I wouldn't kick that deer guy out of bed. Dude, that's being a furry. I don't know what to tell you.
You are like, boy, huh?
I'm not a furry. I just live in Seattle. Okay. It's very weird how much like furries are just like a known thing out here amongst like non-furry people.
Yeah, it's wild how here in Seattle it's such a known quantity.
Yeah.
Also, I really like that you found the second to post this picture from the Dexter.
Oh yeah. No, the second I saw that, I immediately opened my Twitter and posted it while playing this game.
Go where? This literally looks like it's from Vice City.
Are you talking about the deer man?
No, I can't.
I thought you were just like this furry looks like he's from Vice City, and I was like, you know what? I think that is a correct way to describe Spooky Doo's art.
That would be a very interestingly specific way.
My posting prowess is unmatched. Thank you. one of the worst like stories I've ever had experiencing in this regards was I having a friend come over, or like having friends like back when I was like just Tumblr known, from like Tumblr coming over and them seeing me posting, and then just being like, wow, this really demystifies the process. Because it would be literally me typing out a joke like 5 times until I hit until I hit phrasing that made me laugh. Or me just like going to Google Images, searching a phrase, and then posting the funniest image I
could make
find.
out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a
live streaming the creation of content. I'm surprised. Well, I'm not surprised, but more people should do it.
I'll do a Jigsaw live stream where it's just me live streaming the process of creating Jigsaw quotes.
Oh my god!
What I would find. I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms
I think at
were
the end of
jelly.
this is actually going to be a great
He
breaking
smiled.
point because
It
it's
was a reassuring
right
smile,
before we
and I
get into the
hated him
Hartman
for it.
level.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm.
Addy
We don't
Yeoman,
want you to have
see,
another
that's a
episode.
classic
You're a
poster's
patient
mistake.
at my
Like,
clinic.
like
Have
the
been for a
the
while
trick
now.
is that you have the phone on you so you can post it while peeing.
The poster's mistake.
The poster, that classic poster's mistake. You have to have the posting device on you at all time, so that there is as
Typical
little
poster's
room for your like super ego to kick in as possible.
Hey, I'm here! I'm coming!
I love it when Alan Wake yells and says, "Hey."
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we had her to make a play ball. You see? They got him writing for us.
Why would he yell, "We don't even have his wife"? Hey, I heard you don't have my wife. Oh, what was that? What the fucking look on his face? The jumping animation is so like funny.
Oh my god, what a cutscene.
Oh, he looks so bad. He looks so bad at it. It's so
Yeah. He's not looking.
Hey, Maximum Graves, thank you for following. He looks zanned out. And there we go. End of episode 3. And I think probably a good point to break for the night.
Yeah, that's a perfect time for me.
What a great song. I actually have already followed from my other Twitch account, but I'm locked out of it. Oh no! Well, thank you for joining. Yeah, thanks for joining, everyone.
Yeah.
Avi, do you think you're still gonna
I had
be
a
on
great time.
for next week as well?
Yeah, I'll be down for next week as well. Why the hell not?
Then we'll be here next week. On Saturday, I'm gonna be streaming more Resident Evil 6 with James. And Monday's gonna be more BioShock 2. What are y'all up to?
Fucking chilling.
Just chilling.
Yeah, I guess we got, well, you can catch me and Fern on Mondays. You can also check me out tomorrow on Patrick Miller's stream. I don't know if there's the same sort of crossover there, but he's a really great guy who does fighting game streams, and I play a random fighting game with him every week. Just into that.
What's his streaming handle.
Streaming handle is twitch.tv/@theflip.
At
like
the
doing
flip.
a back flip. At the flip.
Okay.
Yeah, so check me out. We'll be doing some, if you like fighting games, and people who are playing fighting games but they do not know how to play, you might enjoy it.
Alright.
If you like Weed and Guilty Gear, you might also enjoy it as well. That's about it. Oh, buy me a...
Oh yeah, buy Mia's, support me on Patreon. Mia, drop your Patreon.
Again. Thank you, everybody.
Mia, drop your Patreon. I'm gonna click away from Alan Wake just in case Nick Cage gets me fucking Nick Cave gets me fucking DMCA'd.
So the sketchbook download is an alternative to my Patreon. If you are already a patron, I have posted it as a download for patrons. And let me link her. There she is. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Wait. Who is Game Objectives on Twitter? Because they just posted the Dexter Go Wherever Your Dark Passenger Takes You in an open world map, Miami.
Oh my god.
Huh.
Which feels a little like they little.
Oh, they scooped you.
No, they posted it after me. I posted mine 27 minutes
you.
ago. They swiped it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that account. Commands for Gamers account.
Yeah, it's a good account. It was just
my god, yeah.
It was just wild to like go to my Twitter, see that same screenshot, but definitely saved twice over from my from like this Twitter. Like it's a little extra crunchy, and then being like, oh, this person retweeted it, and then like looking down from the retweet and seeing Commands for Gamers as the poster, and like me going like, wait a second, like literally top of my timeline is this post. Jay sending their fans on a harassment campaign over Dexter posting.
Stick 'em.
Get him! That picture of David Lynch where he's laughing and pointing, and he's just going, "Get him, girls!"
Yeah, me and Mia will fucking get him. Well, it's been so great.
Yeah.
Love you all so much.
Yeah, and we'll see you
I'm gonna go.
guys next week.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
We'll see you guys next week for episode 4.
Oh yeah.
Episode 4. Alrighty.
All right. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.